know, man. So we did this on Monday, and it was a little sad, and a little. I was a little. I don't know. I wasn't like raging angry, but I mean, I was like, I was just mad that things had gotten that far. So I didn't like. I got to say goodbye to a few things, but I like. I don't know. Like I had it so that if the game just disappeared all of a sudden, I would at least be able to say, "Hey, I jumped in that one last time." But I was mad about it, and so now it's official, man. Marvel Heroes is a goner. I don't think at this point we know when. Um, I don't think we're gonna find out through official channels the official why. We're gonna get PR wise, but eventually the real whys will come out, and we'll refrain from that at the moment, I suppose. But I think at the end of the day, I think it's pretty obvious why Disney Marvel stepped in and decided to end their partnership with this company. So it is unfortunate, though, for those developers, community folks, artists that put so much work into this game, and for the things that weren't their fault that went wrong. But they do deserve credit, a lot of credit for the things that went right over the years. I don't know what that was all about. I guess it was just my day 409 of service. So we topped 400 days. I don't know. We just don't know at this point how many more days we've got. What's up, Tara? What's going on, man? At least to my knowledge, we don't know how many more we've got. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
She's married, right?
I don't even want to be mad right now. I just want to kind of mourn and be sad about it. Monday, we sort of came in and did this to an extent. I don't know who this is. Maybe I know them. Maybe I don't. So I don't know, but Marvel Heroes is gone, or it's gonna be gone. Let's be honest. Fuck, dude, this could go at any minute. Like, we don't even know. Like, I'm under the impression that if it was gonna go immediately, it would already be gone. But I mean, we don't know that for sure. Maybe they're, because I mean, Disney is sending the responses to Massively, to Kotaku, to MMO Bomb. Mike reached out earlier today, and the responses they're getting are from Disney PR, not from Gazillion. At least that's my understanding. So maybe everybody's gone, and Disney just doesn't know how to shut the servers down yet. I don't know. So I was sitting. I've been working on a first look, and I wanted to take a break because I just didn't know. Like, I kept waiting, and I was like, well, maybe we'll get a chance tomorrow. And I was like, you know what? Instead of the maybe we'll get to log in tomorrow, let's just log in now while it's still up for a few minutes and just I don't know, just stand here, man. I don't know that I've ever really been a part of a game closure or a game that I gave a shit about as much as this. So I haven't really been there, done that with this one. City of Heroes, it just wasn't. I never really got into it. I wish it was here now. Let's put it. I mean, fuck, dude. What do we do at this point? It's what is it? Fucking DC UO or Champions Online? What kind of options are those to get our superhero on? Oh, what's up, Deo? EVO 93RU. What's up, brother? Yeah, right. When is Marvel Heroes 2? So yeah, this is it as far as it's official, man. All the rumor, the speculation, all the naysaying over the past
You have seen what
year.
heroes can do, Mr. Castle.
It's all come to this, despite the fact that at the end of the day, and I'm gonna watch myself talking about this, but all that's not the reason this is happening right now. And I think we all know that, so we'll just leave it at that, I guess. I'm gonna keep saying that, but I know, right? Like, here's the thing, and I was talking to Anjiro about this earlier. We were typing back and forth about it. Like, I'm sad. Like, I'm devastated. I mean, I'll probably be mad at some point. I'm sure that's coming. But right now, I'm just sad. Like, I had burned myself out on the game a little bit. I haven't played in a couple of months, just because I played so much for so long. Just needed a long break from it. But I'm sad. I'm devastated. I'm really sad to see it go. I'm really sad to know that, like, these guys, these heroes that I enjoyed and leveled up and geared out, and yeah, the money, but the money is like the least of my worries right this second. Maybe I'll be mad about the money later. I'm just sad that all that's going away. But for the console folks, can you imagine how they feel? How some of you guys, I'm sure, feel probably. I'm surely somebody here has thrown some money at the console. I mean, if you really wanted anything worth a damn on the console, you had to throw some money in it, right? I mean, you could play free, but how many people invested in probably huge chunks with those founders packs? Huge chunks of money for a game that was, it just hit consoles. It just had the news of the license renewal. Everything seemed to, at least on console, be good to go. And I guess somewhere in the back of my mind, we all kind of knew PC was in trouble, but at least there would be console, right? Don't own a console, but the game would still exist there in some form. It wouldn't even, let's be honest, I've played it a little bit. It's not even the same game. It's got the same name. It's got the same art. That's about where the similarities end. But yeah, I mean, how many hundreds of dollars have some folks put into the console version? And no online game lasts forever. Let's not be unrealistic here. But I do not blame those folks at all for thinking when they invested that money that game was going to be there for at least a year, right? Like you would think, if you'd have told somebody when they put money in Marvel Heroes on console brand new earlier this year, well, this game is going to be gone in a year, they'd have been like, yeah, right. This game they got a license, man. They're going to be here for at least 5 years. No. Yeah, the console folks especially. Like, I feel let down, and I could understand where some PC players feel screwed over, but the console folks are the ones that really got screwed over, like hard fucking core. Let's get them. Whether there's something me, Square Enix, and the Marvel IP, you think they're hero packs? Oh, chat's going. My chat jumped up on me.
You believe you are clever, human.
Little toys mean it released Magneto, instantly bought, loved him. Yeah, I mean, look who I'm on right now. This is maybe my favorite Marvel villain. It's probably definitely my favorite Marvel villain. But this is, as far as Marvel games go, this was my favorite guy from X-Men Legends 2, the Age of Apocalypse one. Fucking loved Magneto in that game. And I waited for, God, how long did I wait for Magneto to be at least viable? And the BUE hit, and say what you will about it, but it made Magneto became actually playable at that point. So I was pretty fucking stoked, dude. So yeah, we're sitting on Magneto. We were checking on Monday, and I think actually this is not the right button. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, this right here though is my most played character. Doom, rightful heir to this planet. Yeah, everybody else is under 4 days. I have several that are like 3 days and a bunch of hours, but this is the one guy that's over 4 days. This is my most played character. Mr. Doom, and all the days of RPing what Doom would say to motherfucker. Those were good times. Man, good times for all. Talked more in Magneto voice than the voiceover loud. Didn't even think about that, or the console players. That does. Yeah, I guess it's time to write petitions to Cryptic Studios to port over Champions. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's not even. Oh, man. See, the problem right now with Champions Online, for me, this is personal opinion, 100%. I've played it, and back in the day, I liked it. Back when World of Warcraft was still 12 million players strong. But Champions Online is dated at this point. It's got great character creation if you want to pay them. But the gameplay's dated, and it's a fucking Perfect World game. Published by Perfect World. Cryptic. Perfect World. Not a good combination. Oh. Since there are no games like this on consoles. Yeah, it's Smith for Founders. Also did the Omega Prestige pack. Yeah. That Omega Prestige thing. That was a shit show unto itself, wasn't it? I didn't spend any money on console. The beta turned me off to it because the balancing was so much different from PC. It felt more grindy, and the heroes less powerful. So I played console, but didn't buy anything ever. Didn't play long on console before I make the PC. Yeah, I was the same. I just tried it on like a beta weekend or something. I had a code or whatever, but I swiped from some site. So I played it when I was down at Jimmy's down in Atlanta earlier this year. I'm pretty sure it was, or late last year. Was it late last year or earlier this year? I think it was earlier this year. Yeah, unfortunately, it does suck. I think what's going to be worse is if they just shut the server down without saying anything at all, without being like, "Hey guys, you've got an hour or something." Fuck, dude. To the end of the month, end of the week, something. By the way, there was it one guy on Reddit, and maybe it was just a good guess, right? But there was one guy on Reddit who flat out said that before Friday, Gazillion was going to have some really bad news. So I don't know if that was just because I mean that was an easy guess at this point. I think most of us would have been surprised if the PC version at least made it through the end of the year. I know I would have. So. Yeah, I mean, Whimper just silenced and poof, they're over. Let's say they're shut down. Something must have surely happened either internally or between Gaz and Disney, right? You don't just cancel the game out of the blue. Yeah, PVL, something did happen, and it's actually and I can't say this with 100% certainty, but it was not related to. The reason this is happening is not directly tied to game development or console or PC or updates or any of that sort of stuff. It's pretty sure that there's some other things going on here, and why Disney wanted to distance themselves from Gazillion. Is what it seems like to me. It seems like Disney wanted to distance themselves from Gazillion, considering some of the things that have come to light recently. So. Oh, they were making changes to Omega Prestige that was due sometime this month before it all went to hell. Yeah, then they were talking for PC, what, November 23rd or something? We were finally going to get some of the shit we had been promised. Of course, that date was just made up, I'm sure, and that was just another date for them to push back, I guess. But yeah, I think the really telling, and we talked about this on the free-to-play cast, oh man, was it last week or the week before? It may have been 2 weeks ago. But probably the most telling thing is no Odinson with the Thor Ragnarok release. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of shit out there that you can say, oh, this was the most telling thing. To me, the one that just proved that we were done was nothing around the release of Thor Ragnarok. Not even an attempt to like put Thor skins on sale that already existed to make a few bucks. That was the crossroads sign right there, boys and girls. At the end of the day, yeah, there's all the accusations and allegations and lack of updates and delays, and consoles more important to them than PC and whatever that. But the moment that nothing came with what is proven to be one of Marvel's most profitable movie releases, that was the moment we knew we were done. So. Shop's still up and working. You still buy hero packs on the console. So I think it still works here too. I was reading earlier that it still works here too. I don't have enough G's to try to buy anything though. Can I buy? Look, they actually took the, they've taken the G's down. They've left it if you've got G's, you can spend. Okay, that's good. I mean, at least the buying G's is gone. I mean, maybe somebody would want to buy something. I don't know, but oh, oh, oh! Look, there's more going on here than that. Oh, well, there's some costumes. Oh, did they take the base model? Is that why I'm not seeing so many for some of those? Okay, maybe there's nothing going on here. Okay, I thought the costumes were gone. Look, it's been a few months since I played. Look at all these Captain America. Good Lord, he's the next Iron Man.
I dislike your threats, woman. Particularly since.
So yeah, I mean, at least that's gone. That's not the one I meant to click on. I meant to click on Iron Man. There's 11 million costumes. Oh, I don't know if I have anything put away to blend or not. Do I have anything to blend? We have an ultimate power upgrade. We might as well use that. Or not. Oh. I can't get things out of my stash. Is that a bug or a... What the... I can't even get my costume out of my stash. Oh, the end is nigh, boys. The end is nigh. I can't get shit out of my stash. What did the message say when I logged in? Armor incursion. Okay, it was just a bug, it looks like. Can't get stuff out of my stash. Oh, man. I got 10 Eternity Splinters from my RNG card. So that was fun. Oh. Hollywood scandals wouldn't surprise me if Disney pulled the plug because the CEO. Yeah, I mean, I'll not disagree with that, Endura. Let's just put it that way. I don't know how much I want to try to pretend like I know what's going on, even though it seems fairly obvious what's going on, but yeah. Oh, my ad was for our Lord and Savior BDO. We don't know, Bob, when it's going to shut down. It could be any freaking moment now. So let's make this guy go away. I do that from here. All right. Make the trolls go away. We don't want trolls in here right now. That's fine. If you didn't like the game, then don't like the game. Go somewhere else and not like the game. I don't think anybody is trying to say that there were nothing but proper decisions made at Gazillion. I don't think anybody's trying to say this is the best game that ever existed. I don't think anybody's trying to say that maybe at the end of the day, if the internal decisions were made to promote individuals who were going to be detrimental to the future of the game, who would cause Marvel to want to distance themselves from Gazillion, maybe they deserved it, this fate. I mean, we're not saying any of that. All we're saying here today is that we played this game, we enjoyed it, and we're going to miss the game itself. That's what we're saying here today. So if you don't want to be a part of that, you can go somewhere else. I'm not even mad. We're being sad here. No. Thought my spec had reset or something. Freaking Dr. Doom. What's up, me Derubarum Aki? Wow, what a name. Oh, Instinct Zach 7, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Games and gains. Look at that. Everybody's showing up today. Oh, RIP Marvel Heroes indeed. How unfortunate. And before Disney says Marvel vs. Capcom support has dropped starting from January 2018. Yeah. That's not going to happen. This is very specific to Gazillion. It wasn't that long ago. I've seen a lot of people speculating that, Disney wants to shut it down and make their own games and stuff like that. But it wasn't just, man, was it earlier this year, late last year, that they shut down all their game studios and decided to license all their IPs exclusively. Like, they're done making games themselves. That's how EA ended up as the exclusive Star Wars game developer and publisher, whatever. You see how that's going. Let me tell you how it's going. They're making money hand over fist. That's how it's fucking going, despite the bullshit. So there you go. That's how that's going. Oh, man. Best game that ever existed is Monster Hunter series. I don't know. I thought about that when I banned the guy. Like, is that the same Doom we banned last time, Mr. Lord and Savior BDO? Where's Sideshow when you need him? Not Bad Game 7. That person probably made a name specifically to come troll. Oh, me. Oh. I hate that they are getting rid of Marvel Heroes. Yeah. We are here to be sad and feel sorry for ourselves, I guess. This is what we're doing, though. I just wanted to log in and spend a few minutes. Obviously, I'm just looking at the game and talking, but that's just part of the mourning process, I guess. It's unfortunate. Let's hope the license is passed on to another publisher to make something with it. It would be sad to just see it gone. I'll be honest with you. I'd be surprised to see another Marvel ARPG like this at this point. Because if you were a developer, there's probably small little companies out there that are gazillion size. They're like, ooh, Marvel IP, that'll make us millions of dollars. But anybody who has learned how to make money off of games, I guess, would look at this and go, man, what a complete and total shit show of failure this game was. Even before the things that caused what's actually creating the imminent demise of this game. So, I would love to see this game reborn somewhere else, but there's no indication that's happening, unfortunately. None whatsoever. They've flat out said shut down, not, we're looking at selling the IP or anything awesome like that, so. Yeah, the code itself, I doubt that Marvel can take that away. It's not the IP that belongs to Gaz, but yeah, the code for the game and all the under the hood stuff that belongs to Gaz. As far as I don't know. Let's not pretend like we know what their licensing agreement was, but I would assume that still belongs to Gaz, all the under the hood stuff, and that would be on Gaz to either die with it or be able to sell it, if you could even sell it and work out a deal with that and the IP. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I know how any of that actually works. Huge Marvel fan. Yeah, same. That's part of why I like this game so much. You can say what you will about Marvel Heroes, and it's some people think it was a lot of fun. Some people say, oh, it's nothing compared to Path of Exile. I don't give a damn. It was fun to play, and I got to be Marvel superheroes. So that's, at the end of the day, that's what did it, was being able to play some of my favorite Marvel guys, which was awesome. And they got so many of them right, the feel of it for an ARPG. I still remember to this day Captain America, spending money to buy him right off the bat because that's who I wanted to play, because the shield bounced around, and he just felt like you were Captain fucking America, man. You were when you played him. Play this game and feel the excitement all over again. We were pretty much at end game stuff, so it wasn't super exciting anymore. To make a Marvel game like Elder Scrolls Online, yeah, no kidding. Oh, we just need a good superhero game, period, and not DCUO. I mean, if I'm not trying to hate on you if you like that game, but fuck, dude. The game was obviously made for consoles, so. And then Champions Online, like I said, it's just so dated as fuck. But at the same time, if a superhero game refuses to fucking die, if there's one that refuses to fucking die, it's Champions Online. Of all the superhero games that you thought would still exist in 2017, November 15th, 2017, say back when, I don't know, four years ago. I don't know how long Champions Online's been out. I'm pretty sure it's been longer than 4 years. Go back even 2 years ago. A year ago. Would you think Champions Online would be one of the fucking 2 left standing? Because I sure wouldn't have. Jeez, man, how that game just continues to just exist somehow. I don't know. It's just. Oh. David Brevik made the right call to leave the studio a long time ago. Went on to a better game. Wouldn't call Path of Exile a better game. It's super convoluted. This D3 and Path of Exile are all separate monsters. You can compare them, but barely. Yeah, they are fairly different in the way. I mean, yeah, you're top down and you point and click to kill things, but even just the mechanics of using the abilities and stuff are actually quite different. Especially Path of Exile, you just spam 1 or 2 abilities and that's all you fucking do. With repetitive animations that don't have animation chains. At least the basic attacks in this game have animation chains. And at least there's a reason to use, most characters, most of the abilities you put on your bar, they do things. They have cooldowns. They have reasons to exist. Not just this thing that you've got that you'll never actually use because your one ability is the one that does everything you need it to do. Is that enough Path of Exile hate before I just get run off the internet completely? Spider-Man PS4 looking pretty good. Yeah, but damn, the QTEs, man. The QTE. I hate to seem like a basic gamer bitch #1, but goddamn the QTEs. And they weren't shy about showing them off in the trailer. What was it, E3, where they showed that off with all the damn QTEs? Jeez, man.
You really scored the
Besides, there's going to be another. Yeah, see, Bob's picking up what I'm laying down. Yeah, the trailer for it did make it look QTE Fest territory. 2009 was when Champions Online was released. So 8 years so far. Damn, didn't think it was that. I didn't think it was that long either. I was thinking maybe that's 5 or 6. That's when I said 4. You go 4 years back, and I was like, well, maybe it goes back that far. But yeah, geez, that game. Oh man, have a whirlwind barbarian and PoE can confirm you use one ability and buff the shit with passive abilities. Maybe they can relaunch as Marvelous Heroes, completely different characters like that. I was earlier this year, late last year or something, when all the we're not happy with the game stuff started. I think we talked about this at one point. What would they do if the Marvel IP got pulled out from under them? And that's exactly what I was thinking. They would just pull the game down for a couple of months and then launch it back exactly the same, except remove all references to Marvel, like the symbolisms, like the Avengers symbol on the stash tabs and stuff like that kind of stuff. All the names that are out there, like on the sides of trucks and stuff like that. And then just they've got like all these skill kits, right? They've got all this development into these character kits. And you could just make them all generics, like Blade, generic sword guy, right? He's just like a ninja or just some shit like that. And just generic out all these fuckers and just make a standard, like a modern day ARPG with just like superheroes. But yeah, instead of Magneto, it could be Magento. Just... All right, I thought of that, man, but they would lose. Like, unfortunately, they would lose a lot of things. Like, look at these little iron buddies and shit like that. I guess you just make them little robots instead. I mean, I guess it wouldn't take a whole lot to make that not look like Iron Man, would it? Take the centerpiece off, change the helmet, and it could be any generic robot. Most of these NPCs, they could literally just change the name on them, probably. That would be interesting. And as much as I say I enjoy playing the game, I don't know if my interest would be there at that point, because it was 50-50, man. Like, the game was good enough that I enjoyed playing it, but it was literally the other 50%. It's fucking Marvel. Superheroes and villains. I should make a Marvel game for the iPhone. They announced what, a VR game or some shit they were working on. I don't think it was Marvel related. I wouldn't guess. Surely they would burnt themselves on diving into that too much, but they just released a VR. They didn't release. They mentioned that they were working on a VR game. I don't even know if that was supposed to be on purpose. Something else sounds like a Chinese copy. Yeah. The Captain America will have Captain Canada. Isn't that a Marvel guy too? He throws maple syrup and hockey pucks. Oh man. Unfortunately, maybe they can get COH versus COVIP. That would be a weird full circle. They need to make a Marvel game. Why did Luke get timed out? I don't think somebody meant to do that. I've only got 2 mods, and they're like personal friends of mine, so I don't think that was intentional. Going to the real world. Rage Trip, my brother. What is up, dude? If the Square Enix Marvel game is amazing. Avengers Project. Games gains. Hopefully, at least it doesn't get shut down. It's been almost a year since the announcement. No news since. Think Thor's better than Captain America. Whoa, easy there, Tiger. Easy there. At the end of the day, Thor would win a fight, but maybe. But I don't know. Captain America's pretty cool. Kind of worrying, if you ask me. Rage, brother, how long has it been since you actually played? I haven't even haven't had a chance to really check you out in a little bit. Have you played recently? We're standing here being sad. I don't know if this is like entertaining at all, but this is just what we're doing. Rocket Raccoon is best hero. That's Bob's boy. Been a little bit since I played Marvel Heroes. Yeah, I was taking a pretty extended break too. That was just mostly about me being burnt out on it. So, Ducky, what's up, brother? Anyone seen Thor Ragnarok? Yes, I have seen Thor Ragnarok. It was, and well, I guess we're in a day and age where I can't talk spoilers at this point, but it was like my wife loved it. I liked it. Thought it was a little too comedic for me. I would like to have had a few more moments of seriousness. They kind of made Surtur jokey, and I'm not talking about just the part where Thor's swinging on the chain. I mean, literally, like the character itself just seemed really jokey. And Hela had moments where she was jokey. She should have been taken super serious. Loki took a step backwards as far as being an awesome character. He was jokey. It was just, Loki was jokey. So, yeah. But overall, it wasn't a bad movie. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. We've been focusing on other things lately. Still sucks to hear about. Yeah, I've watched you a couple times play some different stuff, Rage. I just didn't think I'd seen you play Marvel Heroes in a while. Yeah, that Omega Level of content. We're going to get that patch today, right? Like Friday update. It's going on TC this weekend, I'm sure. And we can test it for a couple of days before it goes live, and then we'll sort all the bugs out on live. But yeah, I'm sure that's incoming imminently. 10 out of 10. Ragnarok. Heard about that when I was in the ER. They didn't like the jokey direction they went. Yeah, that was me. I get why people like it. I mean, the Guardians of the Galaxy movies do gangbusters, so. We're not Omega level mutants. I can be an Omega level mutant. We can fix that real quick. There are several on this list, but we'll go to this one.
The storm can only
Boom.
be contained for
for so long.
Omega level mutant. Where's my content? Boom.
I'm
Omega level
refreshed,
mutant. Where's my
invigorated.
content?
I feel like a new ice cube.
I'm not gonna pretend like I know every Omega level mutant.
I don't think I need you to
I
give
know
me
those
advice,
two.
Gambit.
I can't think of who else on this
They're
roster
different
is
people.
considered Omega level. I'm sure there's probably at least one more, probably. Jean, obviously in Phoenix form, I would assume. Although technically, is that a mutant? Debatable. Yeah, none of the rest of them really just pop out at me. But yeah, there's two Omega level mutants. Where's my Omega level content? Damn it! Don't you fucking throw that Squirrel Girl shit at me, Angira. God damn it! No, not Squirrel Girl. Not Squirrel Girl. She did not beat Thanos. She did not. She is not. And she beat Galactus too, like in some other comic. Fuck that shit. That nobody takes that serious. Oh. New Frizz, do you still plan on playing the game despite the news? I've just seen another streamer uninstall the game live and end the stream. I talked about that on MMO Bomb last week before, something like that, where I wanted to do a stream where I said goodbye for a little while, then uninstalled it. Then I sort of did a goodbye stream on Monday where I just kind of played just on some of my characters I enjoyed a little bit. But like, that was my, in case the servers just shut down out of nowhere, you know, maybe I could at least have that moment where I said, well, I did jump back in. So I didn't regret not jumping back in at some point. So I don't know that I'm ready for that yet. We may do that. If we get an announcement that the game is definitely going to shut down at such and such time and day, then yeah, we'll probably do something like that. But I don't know the day's that day. I don't know. I can't promise myself that if this game is still up tomorrow, that I might not jump back in again and just dick around. If I just uninstall it, I may end up just reinstalling it. Luke, that was not intentional. I just saw your message. That was not done intentionally. Let me see. I don't know if I can go into... I'm running everything through the Twitch app, so I don't have a lot of tools available to me right this minute. I don't know how to untime out you. There. Anybody could tell me how to untime out somebody? And user, timeout user, mod user. I want to block. That just redid it for...
Sorcerer Supreme, huh? Isn't
I
that
just did it for 10 more minutes.
prestigious?
Is all I managed right there. Hang on, I'm working on it. Chat room. And early. This also applies to timeout. All right, so you can slash unban your name. All right, hang on. I'm trying to fix it. Slash unban. All right, you should be good to go now. No one puts Luke in the corner. Yeah, sorry about that. That was not intentional. I think that was just an accidental hitting a button. Because I think when I went to ban a troll earlier, I almost accidentally clicked on somebody else too. So it's pretty easy to do. Because we are removing trolls from the room who just want to come in and just shit on everybody who just wants to be here and just say goodbye to the game. Omega level. Oh. No Marvel game like DC Legends on mobile. Considering pulling together a raid with the old crew coming back for one final run. Yeah, let me know when that might happen, and I will do everything in my power to be around. I'm not, from about 11 a.m. Central tomorrow, probably about an hour, we're doing, we got to record the free-to-play cast over an MMO bomb, so, and we're going to be talking about, I think we're mainly doing a show this week because of this, so we'll be talking a lot about this.
Focus on the mission, Gambit. No.
Ducky, we did it, Reddit. But was watching. Saying, to be honest, the game needed to die to get out of the hands of Gaz, which was ruining the game ever since Brevik left. Just really details so I can check the show out. I don't have to whisper you. I can just... This was last week's show where we talked about Guild Wars 2. And then we give you the one where we actually talked about Marvel Heroes. Where was that? You can just subscribe to that channel. Show goes up on Fridays. Here we go. Here's from 2 weeks ago, where we talk about good old Marvel Heroes. And the at the time, of course, that information is a little dated now, but the question of the week was literally, do you think Marvel Heroes is going to last? Is it going to die? But you had to call your shot of when you thought it was going to go down. And I want to go back through that video here in a little bit and look and see if anybody got it right. Of course, it's not gone yet. We know it's going, so we'll see. What if any MMOs have you been dabbling in recently? I got bored. Secret World Legends after a month. I'm trying BDO right now. God damn it. We have time to talk about our Lord and Savior BDO. Yeah, Guild Wars 2. A whole lot of Guild Wars 2 right now with the Path of Fire expansion. Been playing that a lot. I actually played a little Secret World Legends the other day. But I lost... I didn't lose interest. I got distracted by Guild Wars 2 being way better than I thought it was going to be. So I was really looking forward to playing Secret World Legends, but I got distracted by Guild Wars 2, which has sort of become an MMO home, and I haven't had an MMO home in a long ass time. So yeah, I have tried New Legends Rage. As far as those super linear, super grindy ARPG type games, it's one of the ones I've probably had more fun in. I liked Devilian when it first came out too, but it just got super repetitive. And I got a feeling, I mean, this one's just obviously going to do the same thing again. Oh, by the way, Taya, Yotaz. Oh my God, butcher that some more, Troy. Thank you for the follow. Rage. Dude, you just now following me? What the hell, man? What's up with that, bro? Rage don't love me no more. I could have swore you was following me too. Like, Twitch be crazy, man. As much as I love this game, I have over 8,000 hours, been playing since beta. I'm glad to see it go. I'm sad to see it go, but at the end of the day, I'm not surprised it's going, I guess, is where I'm at right now. I'm waiting for the really, really mad part. Because like there's all these stages of mourning, right? Eventually, I'm just going to be pissed. So I'm sure it's coming. I'm just not there right now. Like, it's just... I know I'm just sad. Just to know that like all this stuff and all this time and all this money is just not going to be here for the foreseeable future. I knew it wasn't going to be here forever, right? Like, nobody's kidding themselves that it's going to be there forever. But gonna download Guild Wars 2 because I have a few friends trying that out. I just could never get into it. Ended up going back into WoW when it launched. One of those WoW boomerangs. I have problems with that myself. That's like a drug, man. It's hard to quit. For early 2018, watched it a couple days ago. Yeah, early 2018, man. That's like we didn't get our chance to say what we thought, but that's what I was gonna say. It's like I thought the PC version would shut down early 2018 and console would keep going. Is what I thought was gonna happen. Boy, was I fucking wrong. Heard Guild Wars 2 added the loot box shit recently. That's an automatic off-putting business decision. Yeah, the RNG mount skins was not a good call by them, but and we say that, and you look at, and I said this on the show last week, MMO Bone. God, I'm gonna plug them a bunch. They need to send me a check. But yeah, I said this last week. You know, you look at Reddit, you look at the forums, you look on YouTube, you look everywhere, and everybody's up in arms against this RNG loot box in Guild Wars 2, the mount skins. You would think there's no way, how could ArenaNet ever do this? But then you jump into the game and you run around the big cities and all you see is everybody riding those RNG mount skins. So, I mean, what do you do at that point? It's just a PR thing. It's not costing them anything. They're making money hand over fist on this kind of stuff. So, all they have to do is just put out a PR statement. It's like, oh, you know, we're listening. Really, they even had the audacity to tell us we asked for it. You guys asked for variety. This is our way of supporting variety. I mean, yeah, there's that. But overall, Guild Wars 2 has always been a fair monetization system. I mean, it honestly really has. It's just, that's one bad decision. And I don't know. I'm not going to uninstall a game over one bad decision. Now, if that just keeps going in perpetuity, you know, then we talk. But it is all cosmetic. So, I mean, and that's the first time they've done anything. I mean, no, don't say that, Troy. That's the first time that since I've been seriously playing, that I've seen anything like that from them. So I don't know. We'll just see going forward. Yeah. While it isn't an RNG loot box, it isn't the worst one. Yeah. Luke says, I agree. I'm sad but glad. As a whitelisted, I was excited for the stuff coming, but we all knew it would never see the light of a true fucking that. Shit part is the people that care about the RNG boxes not being a thing. And to be a small minority because they bought the shit out. Yeah, exactly. Gonna make a big FU post to the people of Gazillion that I don't like. If you have the game definitely hop back in, it's changed mostly for the better. Yeah, I don't think Gazillion is a thing anymore. I don't think anybody's there to read. W Moore, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Thank you for joining us in our mourning at the loss of Marvel Heroes. Say what you will about the situation, the CEOs, the game, the state of the game, the updates, what you did or didn't like. We're here because at some point we enjoyed the game. So, and we're just sad to see it gone as a whole. Maybe in its current state, maybe some of you aren't so sad, but as a whole, we're here to be a little sad that the game is leaving us. Especially for those who just put money into the console, invested a ton of money in the console, I'm sure. You can make a post with pilots delete everything without any word on it. Yeah, I thought I'd read that because didn't Doomsaw have to repost something where he was like, you know, don't delete this without telling me why, because Pilot was just like, fuck it, this is gone and this is gone and this is gone. W Moore just started to enjoy this game, slightly tilted. Yeah. It's unfortunate right now. Like I said earlier, this is the first time I've ever been this invested in a game that was shutting down. I've played games and enjoyed games that have shut down, but I've never been as invested, at least at some point, as I have been in this game. So this one's hitting a little close to home. Yeah, and they deleted his more heartfelt post, which was to me. How did they? Is that the one he was referring to when he wrote the "Don't delete this post"? this morning. They deleted his "Say Good Things About Gazillion" post. Oh man, wish I did put time in during 2013, but hey, I got Cage, Rocket Raccoon, Daredevil, and Gambit to 60, so I did accomplish something. There you go. Just remember the good times. Just remember, that's what we're trying to do, is just to remember the good times. Remember rolling on random hero boxes. Bob was the king of the random hero box, without a doubt. I'll ask they unlock everything and give us double XP. Yeah, we'll see. They at least on console. Has anybody got eyes on console? They've at least removed buying G's on PC. So at least there's that. Well, the store itself is still up, so if you got G's, you can still unlock stuff. But they've taken down the ability to buy G's, which is good. Because there's bound to be people who don't realize what's happening. Has to be. Not everybody knows that's playing the game. Even on PC. I mean, there's a lot of folks. We logged in on Monday to sort of kind of say goodbye, a preemptive goodbye. There wasn't nowhere near this many people on. And even in this many people on, it's pretty obvious a lot of them are here just because they know. But there's people running around right now that don't actually know. So to let them buy G's. I wonder if I'll somebody go to the forums and see if anybody's reporting not being able to buy G's. Oh, there's a bug. I can't buy G's. I guess Gazillion doesn't even want my money. No, bro, they don't, because they're just going to refund it anyway. In addiction, the only cure was more random hero boxes. Dude, you had a problem with that shit. You were the luckiest motherfucker ever, though, with that. Oh, Luke, I enjoyed my last stream of it. Did a quick 15-minute pug raid. Whitelist info and installed was eventful. Yeah, here. Yeah, the people who bought console founder pack, man. Those are the ones that are. I mean, I'm sure there's people who spent money on PC recently too, and probably some people who dropped some dollars on PC recently. But those console folks, dude, just. Now I've seen somebody post on the forums or Reddit one that they had managed to get an Xbox refund, but that may just be because they like just bought the stuff recently. I don't know. I can't imagine if you bought something back in like June or July or whenever it was, but they're just gonna willingly give you a refund. I'd be surprised. Yeah, I forgot about that, Injera. Bob freaking dropped a Green Goblin out of a random hero chest the fucking week he released. Of all the fucking lucky ass bullshit. On the upside, as Bob pointed out, Green Goblin did and does still, as far as I know, does still suck. Got Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Check console 1 sec. All right, cool. Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Too bad the PC port was, and as far as I know, still is just a busted, broken piece of shit, because I would love to play those. Try to get enough people to crash Avengers Tower. Yeah, I'd seen some people post about trying to do that. People are trying to charge back right now on recent purchases. Only gives you 30 days. Don't know how it is on Xbox. My opinion, everybody should get refunded due to the game being shut down. It's just fair to me. You would think so. I mean, it's just different than like if you bought like just a game, right? Like a single player game, like the fucking Assassin's Creed or something. Like you expect to get done with that in, I don't know, 30, 40 hours, whatever. And if you know, the folks who get more time out of that, that's great. But you don't expect it to be there for you for extended periods of time. Sony cannot buy G's. Okay, that's good. So I'm assuming G's are down everywhere now. So that's good. That's at least that's. And I'm not even gonna sit there and pretend like they did that. The goodness, their heart. They had to do that. That was gonna be a nightmare. Like I say nightmare like they're not already living one. And but yeah, if they'd have just kept charging G's at this point, that'd have been horrendous. All right, Luke, take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping by. Love the game while it lasted. Sad it had to end this way. I'm glad it's not Gaz's hands anymore. Take it easy, brother. Get out of VIP status. What, you can buy G's in the store, PSN store? The PSN store. Do, 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 do. Oh, Incredible Hulk. I remember when you were OP as fuck.
Keep Hulk waiting.
And now you're just ugly. Preferred the old cartoony fucking no texture model myself. I don't know. Maybe the only one. Here you go, Bob. This is for you.
Expecting me.
Costume Blender, Gambit is Death, the first of two. There you go. It's for you, homie. Dropped a sub to the Emo Bomb channel. Good shit. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I'm sure they appreciate it as well. Thank you for checking that out. Good folks, good folks. I've known all of them for quite a long time now. Worked with them off and on throughout the years. Bum, 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 bum.
Moon Knight. You know there's nothing scary.
We were talking about that earlier. Champions Online. Talking about a game that refuses to die, even though it probably should. That thing has been in maintenance mode for, who was it? I looked it up earlier. That was it, Terra or whoever. It's been out for 8 years. It's like the game's been out for 8 years. It's been in maintenance mode for 7. How the fuck do you even? How do you even? Of all the games that we thought wouldn't make it. DCU isn't that bad. I've tried, I don't know if DCU is bad. It was, as a PC gamer, it was obviously developed for consoles. And so that kind of, it's just like this little thing in the back of your neck that's just constantly just kind of getting at you as you're playing. It's like, fuck, this was obviously made for console. Fuck, this was obviously made for console. I know, right? Like, how the fuck did Champions Online stay alive longer than City of Heroes? How is that even a thing? I don't know.
Wolverine may seem like he has a soft side somewhere, but nope, he's gruff all the way to the core.
I'm trying to look up and make sure I'm not missing like any breaking news about game, like shutdown time announcements or anything like that. Day, time, whatever. Because if it's like going to shut down in like 10 minutes, I just want to know. I would just like to know. I haven't seen anything though. Go to the Marvel Heroes subreddit really quick, especially right now with it being all this shit's going down. I'm pretty sure it would be up there with the quickness. It's fun while it lasted. No, I don't see anything. Oh, Shrine of Amana News, Troy. Shrine of Amana News, really? Because that subreddit has been fucking just dead. Minx and Thor just redid all Shaper's netcode, so it's a ton smoother. And with the update to Unity, apparently, they can get more progress done faster. Well, at least it's still being worked on. Like, I get the development takes time and shit like that, but you get worried when you don't hear nothing for a while. You look lonely in that lobby. Do you want an invite to the party room? Hell yeah, give me an invite to the party room. I'm fucking all about the party room. Fucking, I get down to some party room. How long to Omega private servers, man? I don't know. I'm not usually one to jump on folks who steal other people's properties, but fuck, dude, I might just have to get in on some of that. I'm about to get down on this party room. Yeah, look at this shit. Here it is. There it is, boys. The particle explosion. don't know if I have any fireworks or anything put away. I don't know if I can even move in here. Oh, other brother got some fireworks anywhere? Do 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 do. I do. I think you can just equip that in the. Hang on, let me switch characters while I'm at it. I'll switch to Doom. Like, we might as well stay on the most played dude. Like, I don't even have like he's not even red prestige, much less cosmic prestige, but he's my most played dude. Because I don't have a single cosmic prestige dude, by the way. I stopped at red. Fuck that grindy ass bullshit for no reason. Oh, he has fireworks on him. What is the stupid button for that? Oh, I've got it bound to H. I don't know if that's default or not, but let me get up here and help with the lag. Whee! It's a party. Thank you for the party room invite. I had a feeling there was going to be a lobby that was fucking full. Yay! Oh, is there anything? I think the super group, Rage, are you still here? Did this super group just kind of dissipate before all this happened? It seemed to be, yeah, there's nobody on. I think there was a lot of people gone. The last time I tried to log in, I didn't recognize anybody. Seems like that sort of just kind of fell into the no content. We're just fucking done. They're celebrating the closure. I don't know. There's probably people in there celebrating the closure. Luke sounded like he may have been a little bit too, but surely there's. I mean, you see this in every MMO that closes, man. There's always a gathering and shit like this. So I don't think that's all. That's everything that's going on here. That's not why I'm here. That's all I give a shit about. They can celebrate whatever the hell they want to. Yeah, this probably is the most people that's been in the game in a long time. I assume we're trying to crash this lobby. I'm assuming that's a thing that's happening. Well, if you have to be on the world when it burns, might as well party it up, damn right. Oh, the chat is just something else today. I've got the camera over to the side, so I'm not gonna take chat down. I'm just gonna let chat be what it is. If you guys want to read that, you can. Obviously, everyone else in 3, 2, 1. There's a reason they took the use of most of the abilities out of the hubs. Because I still very vividly remember, especially on like beta and stuff, and the old Avengers Tower, and people just standing and just spamming abilities. It was a nightmare, dude. It was a nightmare. That would, though, most definitely break the server, because a lot of folks have some very flashy ultimates. I wish I could do my ultimate right now. I could just ride around on my throne. If I could just do that, I'd be pretty fucking happy. Pew, 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 pew. I watched Lego Batman the other night, so pew, pew, pew is like stuck in my head for some reason. Because they do it through the whole freaking movie. I am not. One thing that just hit me, made me realize something the other day. I'm not wearing a Marvel shirt. I should probably be wearing a Marvel shirt. I'm wearing a just a Nintendo in general or Super Mario. Super Mario's. Monday when I logged in to sort of say my pre goodbyes, I was wearing a Superman shirt, and I was like, "Damn, dude, I own Marvel shirts." But yeah, I was wearing a Superman shirt at the end. Wearing a Super Mario Brothers shirt now, so continue to slurp on this sweet tea. Because I'm from the South and it's delicious. All the videos of NFS World and XIV Vanilla shutting down a couple of months ago on YouTube. Made me real fucking sad. Imagine the old loot explosions with that many people. Yeah, that's probably what we should be. We should all be like trying to cram into a midtown or something. Then we could really blow that shit up. Especially with the loading issues that this game has. When you run around and uncover the map in Midtown the first time, and it just stutters its fucking balls off until you've uncovered everything. The old fog of war. I don't know why that even exists in a place that you've been a million times. Well, we got a fog of war, that shit. So ridiculous. Oh, what's everybody's favorite character? Let's do this. What was everybody's favorite character to play? And if you had like two that were pretty similar, but like we'll try really hard to choose just one. And like if the game was, instead of shutting down, what if the game said, you know what, we just can't support everybody having this big roster of heroes. You get to choose one character and keep him forever. Which one would that be? Tara says Jean Grey. Ducky says Storm. Jonathan Bain says Peter Quill. Thank you for stopping by, Jonathan. Appreciate you checking out the stream. As we're saddened by the loss of a good friend. I'm gonna stare at the screen, man. Just look at all these guys and all these costumes, and this is a costume that I actually did spend money on. When I unlocked Doom and realized that he was my bae and my spirit animal. I was like, fuck, go green or get the fuck out. Ain't no white Doom in this shit. PVL, Ghost Rider seemed pretty fun to me. Ghost Rider was super fun. I like the chains build myself. I know a lot of people went the other direction, but I like the chains build. I really, really like the chains build. It was a ton of fun. Deo's Magneto. B-Flaw, that's a hard decision. Magic, but I really wanted to like Psylocke and Rocket. Or like Psylocke so bad. Sorry, the thing skipped on me. Yeah, you tried your best. You tried really fucking hard. I would have to give you that to make Psylocke a thing. And even when I went in with all my fucking infinity points and shit, and just, you know, I did it. But like even I could tell with all those infinity points why you were struggling at that point. Like it was pretty obvious with all my upgraded gear and my infinity points of why somebody who didn't necessarily have all of that was having problems. Oh, it's a tie between Scarlet Witch and Rocket. Oh yeah, I would have just assigned you Rocket, but I forgot you were a pretty big Scarlet Witch dude too. Pretty big Scarlet Witch guy. Man, I don't even I guess I need to answer this myself. I guess it would be Doom. Just because he's my most played, I assume. But I mean, if we're talking about like the state of the game right now, I mean, summoners aren't in the best spot ever. That's what I like is Summoner Doom. So you know, I guess I voted with my playtime. Because he's pretty far beyond anybody else. I know Spider-Man and Loki. It wouldn't be Loki as the state of the game right now, but like old Summoner Loki, yeah, he would have been in the running. Because he's pretty close. He's actually the first Summoner I played. Fun story. Also fun story, how I got Loki and Doom. I bought way back when I didn't have a lot of heroes, I bought one of those BOGO sale heroes. And I bought Loki. And you get a random chest. Said random chest contained Loki. Dude, I was irate. I mean, I get that that's a thing that can happen, but that's the one. I get like any hero random you can get duplicates. That's the one thing that should not be coded in. Is literally the one you just paid money for. You should not get that. That's what hurt. Like it wouldn't even have bothered me if it was like just some duplicate in the BOGO, because I knew that was a chance of happening. But to get the one that I literally just paid you for, that was super disheartening. And there was a, I wish I could remember her name now. I don't know if she's still on my friends list. It was a very nice lady in my previous super group. And I don't know if she's even still on my friends list now, which is unfortunate. Because if she showed up, I would sure love to whisper her and say thank you. But I was just like, I wasn't even like bitching and whining and shit, but I just brought up in chat, hey, guess what? I just bought this hero. Guess what came out of the random chest? The same hero. And she was just like, oh, that's unfortunate. What were you hoping for? And I was like, well, I haven't played summoners before. So best case scenario would have been like Loki and Doom at the same time. I was like, but I get that a duplicate could have happened. She literally gifted me within seconds Doom right then and there. So I played Loki pretty hardcore because I liked him instantly. And then I switched to Doom, and I was like, because Loki was good back then. Loki did a lot of damage, but Doom was just on another fucking level at that point. I mean, it was insane, the things Doom could do at that point in time. Just fucking, I'll never forget running through, we were doing some kind of bounty event or something. And I flew through Castle Doom, and the Doom fight, even on the hardest difficulty for Doom himself, was nothing. I just fucking popped summons and ults, and fucking all 3 stages go like that. And I'll never forget, Bob was still in the party, and he had come in there with me, and I didn't even know he was there. And all I heard was, "Holy shit, Troy!" And I was like, "What?" And I turned around and realized he was standing there watching it. Done. I was like, "Yeah, dude." I was like, "Fucking get good, play Doom." Yeah, I still remember that. I was just like, I didn't think nothing of it, man, because Doom was like the guy I played at that point, and I just assumed it was because I'd gotten him the most geared out of anybody I had, but no, he was God mode at that point. God fucking tier. Oh, Agent Pilot posted a comment. Uh-oh, here's a link. Thank you for, yeah, guys, keep that up. If you, for some reason, have trouble posting links, let me know. Let's shall we throw this up? Can we see this? Throw that up there so we can see it. All right, everybody, that way everybody can see it. I mean, obviously everybody can click the link, but anybody who's just watching. Agent Pilot, we're sad to inform our players and our entire Marvel Heroes family that Marvel Heroes Omega will be shutting down. The Marvel Heroes server will stay on until December 31st, 2017. And we'll be removing real money purchases as soon as possible. Players will be able to play the game entirely for free once this sunset period commences. We will share the exact date things go completely free as soon as we can. We've had the privilege of entertaining and collaborating with our players for over 4 years. We're extremely humbled by that privilege and wanted to get this message out. Thank you. Thank you to our players, our tireless employees, and everyone involved in the life of Marvel Heroes. Marvel Heroes 2015, Marvel Heroes 2016, and Marvel Heroes Omega. Let me link that to Burn for tomorrow just in case he doesn't see it before then. So there it is. It's even more official than it was. It just keeps getting more and more official every moment. I guess reality slowly sinking in, or not slowly, suddenly and intensely. I'm not gonna lie, when the Kotaku story came out this morning, that's the first, I assumed they were the first ones, because the first ones I saw. And I was like, you know what, this is Kotaku. There's 50-50 chance this is 100% on the up and up. Although, giving the circumstances of the company, that gave Kotaku better than their usual 50-50 chance of being right, I guess. Then massively had it and got the same statement. And then Burn at MMO Bomb, he finally got his reply back, and it was the same exact statement from the same person. He said it came from a different email address than what he sent the request off to, so it wasn't even, those weren't coming from Gazillion. They were getting replies from some PR arm of Disney/Marvel. So Gazillion wasn't even sending their own replies to the requests. So December 31st, we've got through the end of the year. So the folks who said early 2018, I mean, you weren't wrong. I guess it's technically the end of 2017, but so we've got what? We got a little over a month. A little over a month, man. What about console? I'm assuming the same deal. I mean, this doesn't differentiate. It doesn't say PC, does it? I don't remember it saying PC. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't differentiate. I assumed if it was different, it would differentiate. Oh yeah, Bob got gifted Spotty that lady. What do they mean completely free? Our heroes will be made available with no payment. It's my understanding that nothing in the cash shop is going to cost any gems from that statement. They've already moved the ability to buy gems. We'll be removing real money purchases as soon as possible. Players will be able to play the game entirely free for once. Well, maybe that doesn't read quite like I thought it read the first time, does it? We'll be removing real money purchases. That sounds like the ability to buy Gs, which they've already done. At least on PC. Players will be able to play... I don't know, that doesn't necessarily say everything in the cash shop's not going to cost Gs, does it? That's how I read it the first time, but that's not necessarily how that reads. So, yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Are we going to be able to unlock any fucking thing we want to? Fuck it, you're getting shut down anyway. Let's put the Fantastic Four and Silver Surfer back in this bitch and let's do this. Although that means I wasted money buying some of those costumes for some of those guys. Back when they were getting taken out of the game. I don't know. That may actually make me a little salty. So I don't know. I mean, like the first time I read that as they were going to remove the G costs on everything as well. But that ain't necessarily, that doesn't really explicitly say that, does it? Marvel Disney is doing a lot of wrong. Marvel vs. Capcom has no X-Men. I know how I'll meet the New Year's. Disney leaving Netflix, Omega shutting down. Same post is on the console forums. Okay. Yeah, Tara's confirmed that the same post is on the console forums too. So yeah, I had a feeling like if it was gonna be different, they would have said PC in this. Or at least spelled out on both posts the differences between the two. Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, and Humans Defenders. Do they remove and close or what? I don't know. I've read some bits and pieces of that, but I'm not sure on the details of how that works. Keep moving just so I don't get logged out. I don't want to just get logged out. Big brand, expensive license. I mean, as long as the money keeps rolling in, they're happy. Disney has its own streaming service coming. Yeah, that's the kicker. Disney is trying to do their own streaming service now, so I don't know. We'll see. Pulling all Marvel from Netflix, so no telling the link for the Defenders, Heroes, and Punisher. They are already dictating that Punisher does not involve any of the Defenders. Did you guys read that? Was it last night or this morning I saw that? Of course, some of the Punisher reviews are coming out and stuff. When is that? Is that Friday? It's Friday, right? That comes out on Netflix? I've read that it's maybe not necessarily what we think it's going to be either. So, oh man. Use my Twitch bot. My night bot is just going spam-tastic here. So yeah, we have the official statement from Gazillion now. Not that it wasn't official before, because it was very much official. Let me leave kind of this up on the screen a little bit for anybody just joining us, so they can see that we do have a statement from Gazillion on the forums now. We have Disney. We have official Disney statement to several outlets. Can I minimize this without losing it? Or do I literally have to leave it up? Oh, I can. There's that. I will leave chat visible for those who are just, in case anybody's enjoying the fuck out of reading that chat. More fireworks. Pew, 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 pew. It didn't pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, so we've got to the end of the year. We've got to the end of the year. So I guess the question becomes, do we want to play? I mean, we do. I guess the real question becomes how much, I don't think I'm going to answer this till I actually do it. How much enjoyment are we going to actually get out of playing? Knowing what's coming. So I don't know. If they do remove G costs off of everything, it's going to be an interesting time to log in for sure. Because people are going to go fucking crazy with their costumes and stuff. So it will be fun to log in and look at the ridiculous costume. You see us getting paid, having Injustice 2. I have high hopes. John Bernthal is Frank and DD2. Yeah, I agree. He was good in that for sure. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles announced for the game. I saw that. Do you ever play games on stream though? Ducky, you know the answer to that. I do not play games on stream. I talk. I throw a game up there so I can call myself a gamer, and then we just talk. Man. Let's play, record everything, enjoy the moment. Noob856, did you already do your thoughts about the news? Yeah, I mean, that's all we've done, really, honestly, is just talked. Like, Ducky just caught me out on it, but yeah, we haven't moved. We've just been sitting here talking. All right, I'm more than happy to give you my personal opinion on the news. I'm sad right now that the game is going away. I can't imagine how the console folks feel at this point, having just invested the amount of money that a lot of them did into a game that there was no way to imagine this game wouldn't even exist in 5 months. Or 6 months, I guess, by the time it closes now. I assume, Noob, you've seen the official statement on the forum now. We've got till December 31st. Then everything's going to be shut down. So we've got a little time. So right now I'm sad. I logged in on Monday and streamed a little bit. I'm just kind of jumping on and actually playing the game. Oh my God, imagine that, playing a game on a stream. Some of my favorite characters. Doom, I'm on Doom now. He is my all-time highest time played guy. So, and at that time, I didn't really enjoy it Monday. Because it was, I mean, yeah, it wasn't definite, so maybe I should have enjoyed it more, but at the same time, I don't know. I was just like, man, I just don't know I was still in limbo with where the game was going, so I didn't know. But now here we are, and I'm sad right now. And I'm sure I'm going to be mad at some point. It's just, that's not where I'm at right now. Day one, that's not where I'm at. I understand that there are people who are, and I will probably get there, especially if I start thinking about all the money I've spent. But I mean, I got enjoyment out of the money I spent. I didn't spend any money that I didn't get something in return for in this game. So I did expect it to hopefully be there longer than it's going to be, obviously. You know, we all know these games aren't going to last forever, but just to have one just be gone before you would think its life cycle was actually over. Which, I mean, given the past month, I guess we all kind of knew this life cycle was almost over, but it's just too soon. It's too soon. So yeah, I'm in the sad stage right now. I think it's unfortunate. Say what you will about decisions that were made about the folks who run the company, and the reasons why it shut down. At the end of the day, I think a lot of us here at some point enjoyed this game. So, and that's where I'm at right now. So we'll do this all over again once I get to the mad stage, though. Believe you me. Tomorrow I will be recording. I was supposed to be off this week, but I'll be on the free to play cast over on mmobomb.com this week because we're going to talk Marvel Heroes. So I don't know. We'll see where I'm at in the morning. Like once I've sat here for a while and been sad. We'll see what happens when I wake up in the morning, how I'm feeling. But yeah, if I get to the mad phase, we'll definitely do this again, and I'll just rant and fucking rave mindlessly. Time to prepare for the Christmas party. Join the folks right before shutdown. Yeah. That'll be with, especially with a month. Now there's an actual potential problem right there, right? Now that we know, now that we have a date and there's time for word to get around, because like I said, there's people out there that doesn't know this is going down right now. There's gonna be a lot of folks logging in that last day or two. I got a feeling, and maybe the server just dies on its own. Maybe we kill the server before they have a chance to turn it off. I don't know. Because let's real talk for a minute. This game engine has its rough spots. I mean, it can be a little. I got a fucking i7 and this game still load stutters really bad. So there's if anybody's just joining us, that message up on the screen, it was just linked official forum post from Gazillion saying that we have till December 31st. On PC, we know for sure the ability to buy G's is gone already. Everything still has a G cost at the moment. I don't know. The first time I read their statement, I read it as if they were going to take the G cost off of everything. But then when I went back and reread it because somebody asked, it doesn't really say that per se. So I don't know. We'll see. They say everybody's going to be able to play the game for free, entirely for free. So I don't know. We'll see if they remove G costs or not. So.
Perhaps you can be useful to the cause.
It's going to be interesting to hear what are the plans in regards to the IP and what will be happening with the studio. Link. You want to link to the statement? Let me get that pulled up here for you. Here is the link to the official, in case nobody beats me to it. There's the link to the official forum post. That's up on the screen. Even though it tripped balls when I tried to bring it back up, it tripped the fuck out. God damn it, Deo, don't do that. Maybe it means it's just the end of Marvel Heroes Omega, and it ends on December 31st. January 1st will be Marvel Heroes 2018. Because that marketing plan worked out so well. I'm not gonna lie though, the first time they did that was what initially brought me back to the game for a little run. That first big rebrand. So I joke that didn't work out so well, but that caught my attention. Let's be honest. But of course, the first time they did it, it was a pretty big revamp to the game. After that, it just kind of became, well, here's our updates for now, and we're gonna rename it. So it kind of lost the same pizzazz it had the first time. But it did. I mock it, but it caught my attention the first time they did that. So, I mean, joke's on me, I guess. God knows how much money I've spent in this game since that moment. Marvel Heroes Super Omega. Oh, Jesus. That's what we need. We need some... I'm pretty sure on the whitelisted server, Odinson exists, and I think Spider-Woman exists too, but their placeholder and no abilities or nothing work. So it would be nice for them to just throw them on the live servers, but at the same time, if they don't do jack shit, then all people will do, well, this is what's wrong with Gazillion. This is why they never got anything done. Some of us would enjoy it because it'd just be fun just to do it, but this would be more rage for the masses, I guess. Wouldn't that be the best troll ever? Sorry, guys. We're shutting down Marvel Heroes Omega. But launching in 2018. And what it would be, too, if they did it like that. But launching in 2018, you get to start completely the fuck over. And it's a whole new game now, so you don't have anything. You gotta buy these founder packs again. Somebody ship this game off to EA. I need more loot boxes in my life. Can't EA just buy this? I could be playing a game mode right now and then be told that more rewards will be available in 3 hours. Did y'all see that clip from Boogie? I guess he's not like the only one to put it out there, but yeah, if you play like, was it arcade mode or whatever on Battlefront 2? you can only get so many rewards in a certain time period. And he got a message is like, you know, you've played all this we want you to play right now. No more rewards for 3 hours. It's like, what the fuck does it matter what game mode you play? Why does that fucking matter? I guess they want to funnel people onto their multiplayer so that their multiplayer dies slower than it's going to. But on the upside, I finally got Azros to like one of my tweets today. Made a very nice tweet. If you haven't checked it out, you should check it out on Twitter. What exactly did I say? And I'm sincere. Like I'm not even. I'm laughing. Like I said it smartassly, which is not fucking what happened. I was very sincere. I even made a smartass tweet after that I almost included in the initial tweet, but I did not want that to be part of my actual that tweet. I wanted that tweet to be serious as fuck. So you can see it. Oh, you can see it because the browser's up. Nobody look at my porn bookmarks, okay? R.I.P. at Marvel Heroes. Despite what the internet would have you believe, you will be missed. Fun game, good times, fond memories. Azros liked it. I'm famous now. Then my very next tweet, 4 hours ago, guess I have to download Champions Online now. Nothing seems to be able to kill that game. So, yeah. And then, of course, Burn tweeted me this morning when everything first started kind of coming out. I woke up this morning, I was laying in bed, and I seen the Kotaku thing. And I was like, fuck. Okay, it's Kotaku, though. I mean, maybe they're just trying to assume they know what's going to happen and just see if they get it right or not. And then then it hit massively, too. And I was like, fuck, dude. That's when Burn tweeted me, too. It tells you what we think of sites, I guess. But, yeah, like, nobody said shit. And I wasn't going to say shit with just a Kotaku report. But when Massively got their bounce back statement, too. And I was like, fuck. And that's when Burn tweeted me. So that's when I tweeted out my RIP. And then Azros liked my tweet. And I was like, fuck, that's like triple confirmation. And then it wasn't 30 minutes later, Burn hit me back. He's like, I just got my reply from that he had sent to Gazillion that came back from the Disney Marvel people or wherever it's coming from at this point, because it's not coming from Gazillion apparently. And I was like, well, fuck, there's 4. There's quadruple confirmation. And now we've got the official forum post that's quintuple confirmation. It's just, it hurts. It hurts on the inside. It does. And just the FYI, I'm supposed to be working right now. I'm supposed to be doing a first look for Mike, and he's going to shoot me because I'm spending all this time literally doing nothing. I got to have this done tonight or by in the morning at the latest. And I'm just sitting here just feeling sorry for myself instead. Oh, man. Getting loot, so you are more likely to buy loot boxes, not earn them. Well, you're not wrong. Also, that shit where they reduced the, and we're talking about, because I'm reading chat, so maybe some folks are just listening and aren't keeping up with the conversation and don't realize I just changed subjects. Going back to EA and Battlefront 2. I like how they tried to give themselves the big PR spin, right? Like, we're reducing costs to unlock heroes and shit by 75%. Intentionally leaving the part out where they also cut the rewards from doing shit by 75%. So the time grind remains the same. And matter of fact, probably if the loot boxes keep putting out the same rewards as far as the ability to unlock whatever it's giving you to unlock heroes, makes the loot boxes actually more fucking appealing. Because their percentage of what they're giving is actually higher. Unless they nerf what comes out of those two. I don't fucking know. But either way, what some shady bullshit, dude. Is it bad that when I first saw the early articles, my immediate thought was, oh boy, how is Troy going to take this? It's the first look at the announcement of the game shutting down. Yeah, that's kind of what's happening right now. That's what it turned into. I'm gonna go back now. I've got some footage recorded, and I've got like some bullet points drawn out of stuff I need to talk about. And so I'm going to spend the first 5 minutes of this first look talking about the game I'm supposed to be looking at, and then it's going to be a 10-minute rant about Marvel Heroes. Just with this fucking random ass game playing in the background. Like, that's when I'll hit my mad stage right in the middle of recording VO for that. That's when I'll get mad. I'll just be sitting there and recording voiceover for this game I want to talk about, and then in the back of my mind it'll be like, click, now you're pissed about Marvel Heroes, and just a rant for this whole fucking thing. That'll still be relevant in years in the future, I'm sure. Yeah, 40-hour grind just to unlock Darth Vader. That's fucking insanity, dude. If you guys don't mind, I've drank all fucking this, and now I'm working on this. I've got to go take a piss. If you guys will hang tight for just a few minutes, give me about 3 minutes to go tinkle, and I'll be right back, and we'll continue feeling sorry for our fucking selves.
This will go faster with assistance!
I call on my allies. If you can hear me, come quickly. I call on my allies.
So it just hit me who I feel the sorriest for in all of this. And this goes back to a Marvel Hero stream, I don't know, months ago. The guy I feel sorriest for is one individual. I wish I knew who it was. There was a guy on the forums who desperately wanted Hercules introduced to this game. Because there is a Marvel character of Hercules. I feel sorry for him because he'll never have that dream come true. And I laugh because even at the time I laughed at it because there were so many. There's still, A-level superheroes that are in this game. Solid B-level superheroes. Spider-Woman, for instance, who we were supposed to be getting. But this guy wanted a D-level hero like fucking Marvel's Hercules. Like, he was like upset about it too. Was it on the Odinson thread where they said that was coming? I don't remember. But there was some hero that got announced, and this dude was just totally butthurt that they would do that instead of Hercules. So, yeah, that's the guy I feel the most for, because his dream of having Hercules in this game, despite the fact that he would bring nothing unique to the game. We were already getting a lot of kid overlap, especially with somebody like Nick Fury. We were getting a lot of boring kid overlap, especially with Nick Fury. Odinson sounded like he could have been unique. Spider-Woman probably would have been a mix of stuff we already have, just mixed up differently again. So, Odinson of Dunreich sounded like he could have been cool, but I don't know. I don't know what the actual plan to make that work was. So, but yeah, that poor guy and his Hercules. That's unfortunate. There was a dude butthurt over Odinson over Spider-Woman too, like super butthurt. Despite the fact that they said both were coming. And both's on the whitelist server right now. Both are there. They're just placeholders with no working abilities, but they're both there. So, oh man. Party's dying down just a little bit. Not quite as full as it was. Look at all these cosmic prestiges sitting here. Yeah, I guess word's getting out that we've got till December 31st, so it's starting to clear out a little bit. At some point, I got to go get some work done, but not right this second. Not right this second. Everybody with their Thor team ups. I wonder if things are going to still cost splinters and stuff later too, because I still don't have. I'm never gonna have everybody unlocked. Like I'll unlock this and this, and I'm still 3 short. I don't have Kitty Pryde. I don't have Green Goblin, and somebody else. Who the fuck else is it? Because it was 5. Moon Knight. Moon Knight's the other one. Moon Knight's the other one I don't have. So I've still got 3 left. So I'm never going to have a full roster. Unless they unlist, take the cost off of everything. Yeah, Bob's a Kitty Pryde guy too. So. Damn, there's a backstory for that guy. He wanted a superhero comic or something. Got a Hercules comic, but as kids, did they make the best of what they got? Yeah, this dude, he was all about some fucking Hercules. I don't know. I assume he had his own comic at some point in the past. But the only reason I was aware of his existence is just where he's like made little cameos in other stories. So it's the end, eh? Yes, Odin. It is the end. December 31st, 2017 shall be a dark, dark day in my heart. Oh, so I'm not well informed on the modern Marvel comics, but when did Kitty get a dragon of her own? What's up with that? That's not like super modern, is it? That's a thing from like one storyline or some shit, or one comic run or something. I'm not 100% on the dragon thing, Lockheed or whatever his name is, but I don't think that's like a super like brand new thing, is it?
Time to make an exit.
Yeah, there is that, Odin. At least we know now. We're not in the dark anymore. We know. I mean, it's been obvious for a while. I mean, nobody's surprised. I don't think anybody's surprised. Why would you be surprised? But yeah, at least we know instead of guessing. Because that's when I logged in on Monday and streamed for, man, I made a stream for an hour maybe. I just went to Midtown, changed characters a few times on some of my favorites just in case the servers, because at the time I thought the servers would just disappear. I honestly was at the point where I'm like, fuck, dude, one day the servers are just gonna be gone. They're going firefall on this motherfucker, right? Like they're not gonna say shit and then it's just gone. So Monday I logged in and I streamed for like an hour. I just swapped dudes and just killed a few things and Midtown and then swapped dudes and killed a few things in Midtown just so if the servers just disappeared, I could say in the back of my mind, at least I logged in that one more time. So, and today we just logged in. We've literally just been standing here talking. We're not doing jack shit today. We're just standing here talking about the game. So, Injira's got you on the link. Appreciate it, Injira. Don't tell me they've already taken it down from the forums. Their forums can be hard to find stuff on, though. I will say that. So, Marvel Heroes 2018 announcement on January 1st. So December 31st servers going down. Yeah, December 31st, 2017. They didn't give like a time, but it's December 31st. So we've still got a little bit of time. So I'm sure myself and a few others will play just for the fucking sake of just logging in every once in a while, just to do it, just to kind of finish saying goodbye until December 31st. It says they'll be removing real money purchases as soon as possible, which, excuse me, the ability to buy actual G's on console is already gone. Somebody checked on PlayStation Network earlier, I don't know, 20 minutes ago or whatever, and said that G's were still available through the PSN store. But they're pulling those. Now, what it doesn't say for sure is that all G costs for things are going to be removed. Which the first time I read it, that's how I read it, right? It was like, be able to play the game entirely for free once the sunset period commences. But that doesn't explicitly say that. I think that's the intention, but it does not explicitly say that. So I don't know. So I mean, they had to remove the ability to buy G's at this point because they would just like once they made the announcement they shut down. If they keep selling G's, they just have to refund that shit. And there's like fee costs. They don't get like if you pay $9.99, I'm sure there's some sort of transfer fee in there somewhere, or they only get like $9 or something of it. So, but if they kept selling G's at this point, they would have to be giving full refunds once the game shut down. So they had to take that down. But as far as actual G costs, I don't know for sure what's going on with that. At least everything will be made available for free, so that's nice. Will be an additional incentive to log in and play around with heroes since you don't need to purchase them then. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping Eternity Splinter costs go away too. But I guess technically if G costs went away, you could just buy them through the store, but if they did that, surely they're going to take away Eternity Splinter costs too, so you can just unlock them in the roster. I guess that's how you do it nowadays anyway, isn't it? I forgot they changed that where all that's handled in the roster now, so. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. I think to me, that's how that read, the intention, even though after the second read through, it didn't explicitly say that. But I took that as the intention. So.
I'm in over my head.
The busiest Avengers, I know, right? Like this is nothing compared to what it was 10, 15 minutes ago. There were so many people who you couldn't even fucking see. Then it started thinning out a little bit when the official announcement came that we've actually got until December 31st. I think there were a lot of folks who wanted to be on just in case, kind of like I did, just in case the servers just suddenly went down today with all the announcements happening today. I know that's what I logged in for, was just in case shit just disappeared so I could just kind of be here when it all went down. So, Nuka-Cola, what's going on? Marvel Heroes is closing down. Unless you just meant in general, then we're hanging out just talking about Marvel Heroes. Some people probably just got kicked from the server being able to get, yeah, probably that. Yeah, I got a feeling probably there'll be a couple days here the next couple of days where it's pretty busy. Then it'll probably die off again through the middle of December, and it'll be kind of dead again. Then when we start getting towards the end of December, you're going to get a lot of folks trying to get that last log in. So, also console? Yes, also console. So if you're a console player, if I were you, I'd probably be kind of pissed right now. Because if you're a console player, you probably put some money in there, some shape, form, or fashion. Marvel Heroes is the first online game that I've played and really love it, so bummed. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. If it's your first, like, true online game love, That's really got to suck. This is the first time a game is shut down that I really gave this much of a shit about, for sure. Like I've played other games that did eventually shut down. I was like, oh, okay, well that's gone. This is the one, even though I wasn't actively playing right now, just due to burnout mostly. This is one that's gonna hurt. Like this is one I actually cared about and enjoyed. So Gazillion is dead. Now that part we don't know 100% for certain that the whole company. Now obviously, yes, I assume Gazillion's dead too. Like I don't know how they survive as a company doing anything with this being gone. But yeah, the game Marvel Heroes on both PC and console is absolutely going to die. It is going away December 31st. Barring some magic last minute save from some company who wants to buy it, which I don't even like. Marvel is the one making this call, by the way, which is interesting unto itself. That after all this time, they actually are stepping in and saying no more. So, I mean, you can draw your own conclusions. We're not going to make accusations on the stream. But I think it's pretty obvious that the decision to close it down has nothing to do with any type of update or delay or console release or PC status or anything like that. It's obviously Marvel wanted to distance themselves from Gazillion, the company. And if you've been paying attention to the internet in the past few weeks, you know exactly why that probably is. So. It's important to note that not only is Marvel Heroes Online dead, but like Injera said, Gazillion itself is dead. More people in the game than I've seen in years. Yes, it is. That's the thing. Marvel itself can't kill Gazillion, the company. But, I mean, so... But just like you guys, I can't imagine Gazillion survives this as a company. I mean, Marvel obviously could shut this game down. As far as this is the only real thing Gazillion's got going for it, so... I don't see how they can survive this. I don't think there's any way they can. But the game for itself is definitely dead, and we can all just assume pretty safely that the company is also dead. So, oh, Kingpin! I was gonna start playing again today after like 8 months and seeing all the news. Yeah, I was in the middle of sort of a break myself over the past few months. Been playing Secret World Legends and Guild Wars 2 with the new expansion. So at some point I would have had my break and came back. I don't know if it had been before the end of the year, but at some point I definitely would have been like, yeah, it's time to break's over. It's time to come back again. Let's do some more grinding. When does the game shut down? December 31st. It's going to run through December 31st, 2017 is what the official statement on the forum says. Now, that being said, if some shit happens where the servers fuck up or something, I don't know that there's anybody there to fix it. So just keep that in mind. Now, probably what they're not going to be doing is obviously throwing out updates. Probably not turning events on and off, I would assume. I mean, are they really going to pay somebody to sit there and turn events on and off at this point? Especially considering how big of a pain in the ass that seemed to be for them. That seemed to be a bigger deal than just throwing a switch for those guys. They struggle with those events sometimes. So, yeah. So I would guess if some shit goes down with the server or the code or something, there's probably nobody there to fix it. But yeah, it's supposed to run through December 31st. So at least we got time. And I can't pretend to be behind doors. I don't know if Marvel just gave them that long or gave us that long, or if Gazillion really pushed to be like, hey, let's not just shut this down. Like, I don't know where that call came from. I don't know who made the decision. I don't know who gave that date. I don't know if there may be some legal reason why it has to run through the end of the year at least. So I don't know, but regardless, we're supposed to have it through December 31st. So there you go. Who would even want to absorb Gazillion after the shit show that was Marvel's Online for the last year? It's worse than that. It's not even the development. Like I said, that's not the problem here. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there weren't development issues, but that's not why the game's being shut down. Let's be real. And there again, I'm not going to go any more into it than that. But we all know why Marvel is distancing themselves from Gazillion. But yeah, I don't think anybody would want to absorb Gazillion. I think they would be, if there was any kind of purchase being made, I think it was somebody who would just want to buy the game and the license, and not the company itself, because nobody wants to have anything to do with Gazillion. The name is mud now, and we're not talking development. And that's the reason I don't see anyone but picking up the IPs. It's tied to Marvel license, which means their hands is going to be all up in your wallet. Everything you stand to make from trying to keep the game running or whatever. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I'd be surprised if there's like, if Marvel even allows it to be bought. Like, that would legitimately surprise me. The fact that we're getting shut down doesn't actually surprise me all that much, given what we've been through the past little bit, yeah, a lot of folks will say the past year, but the past couple of months especially. But it would really surprise me if Marvel just allowed a license transfer like that. Because like I said, I don't know that, like, that license, does Gazillion still own technically own the code to the game itself? Like, I don't know. We don't know how that really works. Nobody here. We can speculate, but we don't know how that really works. So even if you worked out a deal with, let's say, Gazillion to buy the code, maybe you can't get the license from Marvel. Or maybe you worked out a deal with Marvel for the license, but Gazillion's just like, fuck you, we're not giving you our code. I mean, I don't. Or maybe Marvel has, apparently Marvel has a lot more power than you would have thought, because you would have thought a licensing agreement would have protected Gazillion a little more from this. But at the same time, you know, the House of Mouse, man, don't fuck with them. Don't fuck with them Disney lawyers, yo. You fucking do something and they don't like it, or you have things going on within your company that the House of Mouse does not like, their lawyers will fuck you the fuck up. Obviously. Obviously. I'd rip all the assets out of this game and save them. Do you allow links? I'd like to post a GIF I made of the dance emote for Shuri that they created but never put into the game. Yeah, links should be live. I don't plan on restricting links until I start having problems with it. At some point in the future, I'll probably have to do that, but right now links are still pretty freeform. Oh, yeah, we've had people linking us the updates for the forum posts and stuff like that. So, and then being able to link them back to others when they ask for it. By the way, if you're just coming in and you haven't seen the forum post, we'll drop the link in one more time just so everybody can see for themselves. I'm leaving it up on the screen, but I know that may be hard to necessarily read on the stream itself. But that right there would be the link to the official forum post, which makes it just super, super official. Like, it's been official all day, but there it is for those who think games media is a joke. There's the final stamp, the final nail in the coffin, as they say. I think I need to avoid comic superhero games. Everyone I touch dies. Long first City of Heroes, then Marvel Heroes. Odin, we've talked about this today. We talked about this earlier, I think, before you got here. Go to Champions Online, bro. Go to Champions Online. Ain't nothing can kill that shit. That game's been out for, what, Tara, look at that, like 8 years now? Like, it's been in maintenance mode for 7 of those. Fuck, that game ain't going nowhere. Yeah, like Dale said, go play. If you go play Champions Online and, like, legit play Champions Online and it shuts down, you are 100% cursed, brother. 100% cursed, because that game has lived in maintenance mode for it's pushing a decade at this point. That's the one that I talked about this earlier too, and I'm sorry for those who have been here the whole time, and I keep repeating myself sometimes, but of all the superhero games, you go back before City of Heroes closed and all that, which one did you think would be the first to go? Because I would have thought Champions Online. I would have thought that that one would have been gone by now. And now we've lost City of Heroes. We're losing Marvel Heroes. So yeah, but Champions Online just keeps chugging on, man. It's the man. I started saying the Wild Star of superhero MMOs, but I guess Wild Star is the Champions Online of fantasy MMOs because it just keeps chugging along for some reason. Uh-oh. Bob said the dance is awesome. Oh, got that breakdance on, yo. You know, that should be a fighting style. Like that dance fighting style, whatever the fuck that's called. Is what that should be. Yeah, those should be attack animations. Like how the discussion has been closed automatically. Let's see what folks are saying here. Official statement from Gazillion. A lot of other shit. Wow. They've cleaned the forums up. Discord verification. True and art privilege. Marvel Heroes and Remembrance. Why not sell your Marvel assets to Disney Marvel like they asked? They were screwing all over the player base. Why don't you tell your CEO to get his head out of his ass and just accept the offer from Disney Marvel. Basically, Zillion will be dead after this. No one ever supporting new IPs. Yeah, that's here. This next post is my question. Source on this, or is this more speculation? Because I haven't seen anything about Disney offered to buy anything from them. Oh, it's one of these. I have my source, guys. I'm not going to get him in trouble, but you can ask anyone in my super group that every time I had inside information weeks ahead of Gaz announcements, 100% credible. If you would like, I could copy paste some of these from our Discord if my super group leader will let me. He's one of those guys. I've always been right. I have an inside source. I don't know. Maybe he does, but come on. Oh. And why would Marvel just shut down all their game studios? Like they literally made a big thing early this year, late last year, something like that, where they shut down their game studios and literally said, we're just going to, license out our IPs to other game companies. That's how EA wound up with the ability to make so many Star Wars games. It may have been longer ago than just what I'm thinking, but yeah, I mean, they don't even have a game studio anymore. I don't know why they would be interested in buying anything. It would actually be surprising. We officially call console a cash grab now. Anyone else feel sorry for those guys? Yes, I do. We've talked about that extensively. As bad as I feel for myself, fucking you console guys, man. I do quite a bit. It's a shame this console had so much potential. Yes, we can, because it's exactly what it was. They milked consoles and ran. I don't know that it was necessarily like a quote-unquote cash grab like these folks are talking. I think it was a legitimate attempt to save the company. I mean, if you want to call that a cash grab, I guess call it a cash grab. But I think they were trying to save the game and the company. And that was a new player base and a new income source to try to do that with. So, Doomsaw's second post is still up. Like his location is semi-retirement. Don't touch this, Agent Pelham morning. I saw this earlier. I just don't know if everybody else saw this. Doomsaw has been back for a few days on the forums if you haven't been keeping up. I know at least for a while they had forgotten to remove his dev status on the forums. It was like doing some moderating and shit. See everyone in City of Heroes? What the fuck? Oh, wait. Okay, I was going to say. I wasn't going to log in to post, but I did just for this topic because I really thought it had revived. Now I'm double sad. Champions Online. Boys, that one will be there forever. Yeah, I guess all the copies might come for Wildstar's Guild. Yeah, right. But at least we got a new teaser for Deadpool today. Yeah, I seen the Bob Ross one. Is that the one you're talking about? Was it Gazillion also run Hero Up? I thought they shut that down. They were doing like a kiddie game or some shit. I thought they shut that down. I thought they'd already shut that down. I'm not saying that with any kind of authority because I'm not 100% certain on that. But yeah, there was another game, and I think it was like a kiddie game, and I'm pretty sure that one's already been nixed. Chinklin also says the same thing I just thought. Humble bundle care package. What is that? Maybe Disney didn't like the ass hat that took over after Brevik. That's what happened. That's what happened. All that shit with that guy. That's what's closing the game down. I knew eventually I was gonna come out and say more than I wanted to, but yeah, that's what the fuck's happening here, right? And I'm whispering like it's fucking gonna change anything. Fuck. That's what happened. That's why the game's getting shut down by Marvel. Because of all those allegations and accusations, and they don't want, and Marvel Disney does not want to be affiliated with any of that. So there you go. I'm so sad. Yes, we're all here to be at least a little sad. Even Odin has to be a little sad, and he's a heartless bastard. So we're all at some point gonna miss this game. This is so disappointing. Yes, let it all out. This is a safe space. We've already banned one troll that came in saying, "Oh, fuck this game and all you losers." So we've already banned people like that. So this is a safe space. If those folks come back, we'll boot those motherfuckers out too. This is a safe space to be sad. And it's okay that at least at some point, even if it's not the current iteration of the game, it's okay if you're in here to have some point enjoyed this game, enjoyed your time with this game, to have spent money on this game or not, whatever. It's all okay. We're here, safe space. Hugs for all of you. What's everyone doing with their stuff again? I'm keeping my shit, yo. I'm going down with my shit. I worked hard to fucking stuff these stashes with useless shit, but look, there's people dumping stuff though, for real. I worked hard to stuff my stash with all this useless bullshit. I'm keeping all of it. Look at all, I don't even want to count stash tabs. Jesus Christ that I've bought. But yeah, look, this is my fucking shit, dude. I'm keeping. This is all mine. Look at all this shit y'all motherfuckers can't have because it belongs to me. See, you see this little useless ass insignia that's actually not all that good? That's mine. You're never gonna have this insignia right here. This one right here that's in my stash. You can't have it because it's in my stash and it's mine. Look at all this useless ass bullshit. Good God, what the fuck do I own so many? What am I doing with my life? Oh, God, I hate the fact that I was being a pack rat in this game. I can't stand being a pack rat. I have stuff I collect, don't get me wrong, like tabletop games. I've got shelves just full of tabletop games over on the other side of the room that you can't see. They actually used to be in the backdrop of my camera way back in the day. But I love fucking just going through the house and just throwing shit away that we don't use. Fucking I hate being a packer. My wife loves just having stuff. She just brings shit in the house all the time. I can't stand it. But this stash tab is just full of shit. I don't look. I got 2 custom tabs. Look how much. Look at this money. Look at this money. Not even getting used. Hold on. We need to put something in. We'll put one of these. Oh my God! I've forgotten this stash tab exists. Stash tab of pain. look at all these cosmic argles. Yeah, buddy. That was the king of fucking getting those. And then all my other cosmic fucking look, I don't even have as many as everything else stashed away as I do those useless fucks. All right, these stash tabs are now serving a purpose. There we go. They're now small sources of pain. But yeah, this is the stash tab of pain. I refuse to delete these just because I was keeping up with how many I was getting. And then I got all these hero tabs, and some of them are full of shit. Some of them just have a few things in them. Some of them are just literally costume storage. But yeah, look at all this stuff. We got lots of stuff. Oh, poor Vision. Apparently, I do not love Vision or Black Widow. At least War Machine has one thing. Yeah, costume. Oh, Nova. He used to be good. I think he still is on console, isn't he? And he can still considered pretty good on console. Reed Richards. That's a costume I bought just because they were leaving the game. Along with my Human Torch costume that he's actually currently wearing. So, there you go. I was really hoping for the costume closet. I know, right? I have like 90k G's and everything is going free anyway. Jeez, dude. Well, the good news is, like, if you wanted to spend them right now, you ain't gonna feel bad about it. Odin, well, just a little. I am sad I wasted 12k hours of my life on it, really. God damn it, man. Just admit that you enjoyed it at some point. All your stuff's belong to me. Sell your account. I know, I got all these things. Who wants to buy my account? Selling it right now. It's worth at least, how many days until it shuts down? Worth $1 a day, right? So, I mean, 15, 16 days, 16 bucks. Might give me 16 bucks and it's yours right fucking now. Somebody buy me a 1-month subscription to Champions Online and this Marvel Heroes account can be yours. Yeah. Maybe we should go into everything is droppable on the ground. There'll probably be a lot of that. The game has not been shut down yet. How many days until Marvel Heroes closes its doors? Yeah, Endura's already got you with that one because I'm catching up with that. I hate a Vision. They should change all level XP requirements to 1 as well as to 60, even Cosmic. Right. But yeah, we've got till December 31st, both PC and console. December 31st. So we've still got some time. Hated Vision. I liked Vision before the BU. He's one of now don't get me wrong, at the end of the day, I think I gained more characters I like to play post BUE than I did have pre BUE. And we're not talking about like the dash charges and shit like that, and the broken movement speed builds or movement builds and all that kind of, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about viability, like damage versus survivability and the ability to actually do content on heroes. Even if it's not the build you wanted to do. I had more that I enjoyed playing after the BUE than I did before. But Vision was one of those who was just better before for me personally. Him and the Summoners. The Summoners really started struggling after the BUE too, obviously. And of course, the movement builds just fucking died a death. There's still versions of those out there, but they're just a shell of what they used to be, especially the Nova one. The Nova one was just like you dashed constantly on that build. Sad to see this happening, but it is not a surprise. No, it's not, unfortunately. Yeah, it is at this point, especially, I mean, there's going to be people saying that they saw this coming, earlier this year with the BUE. It was bound. No, that's not true. That's not what killed the game. The other stuff killed the game. Marvel doesn't want to be affiliated with certain things that are going on within the Gazillion. I think it's pretty, my speculation of what shut this game down, but I'm right. So Odin admits that he did enjoy the game. That's good. Trade your account for a WoW sub token. No, man, I got to switch it out for somebody give me some of that City of Heroes subscription. Can I get some of that City of Heroes subscription? I'll jump right into that game. I'll download it and play it. I was excited for Vision, then I played him. Nova was super fun. Yeah, Nova was fun back before the BUE.
In the face.
Makes me mad that it wasn't even the game itself to kill it. I know, right? Like, say what you will about the game, but I mean that could have been fixed. Like things could have been adjusted as we went forward. We've already seen, directions change. I mean, fucking Gazillion shifted like the wind. Let's be serious. They never had. I mean, how long would they go with like one direction they were headed towards? Fucking couple of months at the most. So, I mean, anything could have happened. The winds could have changed, and all of a sudden they go back a different direction. And instead of trying to unify PC and console, they just like, fuck it, they're two different games. Let's just take them two different directions. And they could have started changing stuff. You never know with Gazillion. You just never really know because they've never stayed a course on anything. And that's not. I'm not trying to talk shit about them. It's just the truth of the matter. Danger rooms, man. That's one of my prime examples I always go to is that was going to be like the end game, man. Like that was going to be the thing you did. And from my understanding, one developer left, and that was the only guy who could do danger room stuff. So the danger rooms just fucking stopped being developed. New shit just never came. Even fucking tile sets. Couldn't even do new tile sets for it. So I mean, that's just one example. So, I mean, at any moment, the development could have shifted gears and changed the stuff you, I, whoever didn't like about whatever's happened in the past year or two. But the fact, as you said, it's not the game itself. It's not anything about the development of the game, the releases of the game, the lack of releases of the game, the console release, the PC being ignored. None of that is really, at the end of the day, if we're being real, probably why Disney is parting ways with Gazillion. So that is unfortunate. Not the game itself's fault. Was hopeful for more fun content when the Daily Bugle terminal came out. I know, right? It looked like maybe they were at least. It looked like they had changed gears again at that point and said, okay, you know what, Danger Rooms, that didn't work out so much. Let's go back to doing terminals again. Okay, well, that's cool. Give us one every couple of months. That'd be pretty cool. But, you know, that didn't happen. So for more fun content when the Daily Bugle terminal came. Oh, I just read that. Here's the thing. Accusation are enough. They don't have to be true to get board members wedding at your presence. That's right. Just because I think that's what happened, I'm not saying that was those accusations were true. Those allegations were true. I don't know that to be a fact. But if I was a betting man, whether they are true or not, that's at least a big chunk of what's going on here while we're losing the game. So, like Angier said, they don't have to be true, man. Especially right now where there's so much going on in Hollywood and outside of there, and even freaking IGN I saw yesterday. So I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be true for some shit like this to go down. I'm not saying it's not true, but I can't say that it is true. So, and we need to start avoiding talking about that too much more. I'm in the market for a new game. Saw someone playing a D&D type game. I need to figure out what that was. Said that Omega Red and Apocalypse never made it in the game. Yeah. Might have been Divinity Original Sin 2. That's been pretty big D&D's title lately. I've been playing Hellborn lately. That was the one, he says. Yeah, Divinity Original Sin 2 is rave reviews. Critically well accepted. That is maybe one of the best RPGs ever made. I haven't had a chance to play that yet, but for me right now, I haven't played Original Sin 2 yet. I have played some of the original one, the first one, the original Sin. The first new one, not like the old school ones. It was good, but for me right now, The Witcher 3 is still the best RPG I've ever played. But one of these days, I'll find time to play Original Sin 2. And maybe that changes my mind. I don't know. I think the next MMO podcast is going to be a bunch of I Told You So's. Yeah. The first one, yeah, I haven't bought the second one yet. I still have Torment, Tides of Numenera downloaded on Steam that I kickstarted. God, however many years ago that was now. And I still haven't even fired that up the first time yet. That's how much fucking time I have right now. Marvel Heroes shutting down. Not surprised. Yeah, I don't think anybody's surprised. I don't think. I'm not gonna just die of a heart attack that I'm so surprised. Guess deserves to lose the license. There's hoping a better studio gets it. I think the game's gone. I don't think there's gonna be a transfer of any assets. So Unfortunately, the game itself is something that I enjoyed, so I'm sad to see it go. Don't laugh at us. We're hurting here. We are hurting here. We are sad because at some point most of us in here enjoyed the game at some point. So we're sad to see it go, and even if it's the part that you liked years ago, or that you hoped it would turn into at some point, it's unfortunate. Used to play it back in 2015 during the whole year, and a little in 2016. Mario was great in 2015, the first half of 2016. That's sort of, was 15 the first year they started rebranding? Was 14? Did they rebrand in 14? The name? That doesn't sound right. Whatever year the first rebrand was the year that really started catching my attention. It's kind of funny. A friend of mine told me yesterday I should delete Marvel because it's dead, and I said, "Nah, it might bounce back." But no, fuck you, Disney, proving me wrong. Yeah, I never installed it either because one of the biggest reason I quit playing and started taking a break is because I was burnt out of it for the biggest part, and then the lack of content and shit like that too. I mean, I can't say that I didn't play any part in it, but it was mostly burnout. So I never did uninstall it because I always you never know when Odinson might show up or some new terminal shows up. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just leave it installed. That way I can just jump in if I want to. And now here we are. I've jumped in twice this week just to fucking be sad. So there you go. Yeah, during the first rebrand, it was great. Yeah, that was I played in beta and at launch, and it just never did really grab me back then. But that first rebrand, you can ask Bob and Jeremy, man, I disappeared for a few months. And then I took a break for a little while, and then fucking end of 2015, beginning of 2016, fucking dude, I lost 6 months of that shit. Like, boom, like that. Easy. And then even this year, leading up to the BUE, and even after the BUE, I streamed and shit. Like, that's mostly when I streamed it and stuff was earlier this year, late last year. I was just streaming it because it was just, if nothing else, it was interesting to go in and try out iterations of the characters with the changes. So I enjoyed that for a while. Whether I liked the changes or not, whether I enjoyed the builds or not, it was still fun to go in and try them and see what you can come up with and see how they work now, and see the good things, because there were some good parts. There were some heroes that came better off, and there were some that hurt pretty bad. So. Our Heroes was making ground with Mr. B at the helm. He left, and things started to go in a bad direction. Focus on console over improving the game. That's the thing, though. Didn't we for a long time tell them that they should go to console if it's going to be good for the game? I guess it's fair to say that we didn't think we would get completely ignored when that happened on the PC side. I guess we all just kind of imagined a world where they kind of built the console as a side project and launched it, and it kind of revitalized the company, and all of a sudden we started getting new content because the company had money rolling in, and content was rolling out to all platforms now. And I guess that was what we imagined when we told them they should go to console. I don't think anybody quite imagined how it happened, and how we at least felt like we were being ignored at that point. And it just kind of stopped. Like, no new content for any platforms happened after that either. Like, console was just getting heroes we already had, just ports. They're just getting ports of heroes that already existed. They weren't getting like any brand new awesome content either. So, but the community was also one big circle jerk too, though. The community was good until BUE and console, and then it went back. Yeah, the community did go south during the BUE. You have to admit that. Like, it became a very negative place. Whether justified or not, it became a negative place to be around. Their team was too small to manage both. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, at the end of the day, like, we had our dreams of what it was going to be like, but Rage is absolutely right. The team just wasn't big enough to do both. That's what happened. They needed to make that move. Let's all be real. I mean, you can talk about the negatives of it all you want to, but that's something they needed to do. Obviously, it didn't ended up not saving the company, but they had to do something, and that was the best option. If I was running that company, I'd have made that call. We need to go to console. I thought it was a smart business move. Of course, I wouldn't have, like, in my head, I wouldn't have been like, oh, we're gonna make the move, we're gonna launch a console game. And in my head, I would have been like, oh, but let's completely ignore the PC players. And with the size of the company, obviously that's what I ended up happening. But at the time when they announced console, I was like, that's good. That's a smart move. Something they needed to do. But, you know, whatever. It wasn't enough. Yeah, suddenly turned into high res. Now, if they were high res, they would stay in a perpetual beta. And have all their season 1 competitive seasons happen while games are still in beta, and just constantly never come out of beta.
Go cool off, Johnny.
Paladins, I'm specifically talking to you at this point. Although I'm pretty sure, didn't Smite kind of do that too? Didn't Smite's first competitive season inside of open beta too? Or am I misremembering that? Either way, I'm actually mostly talking about Paladins at this point. Jesus Christ, come the fuck out of beta already. Oh. So well known within the game for my Cyclops too. Oh, double your time this sum, and yeah, that's how much I got. No, measure no time penises now. Speaking of perpetual beta, how long was Gmail in beta? And yes, Smite was still in beta season 1. I thought so. I thought they were. I res be good at that. I guess Hand of the Gods is gonna be starting a competitive season pretty soon if they haven't already, considering they're still in beta too. I haven't played that game in a while. Last time I checked, that was way different than the game I initially started playing. There's nothing in that, Troy. Why are you grabbing that? Oh, is it thinning out in here? Yeah, it's thinning out even more. This is the party room, and you guys should have been here. Those of you just showing up when this room, like this area up here, was just packed with people. Like I could stand right here, and you couldn't even see me. That's how many people were here. It was literally the busiest I've seen this game in years. Maybe ever. It may be the busiest I've ever seen it. Because I'm trying to, like, beta's been so long now, I remember there being a lot of people in the old Avengers Tower hub. Because I remember you could still spam your abilities and it was fucking noisy and fucking particles everywhere and it was laggy. Because you can still use all your abilities in there. But I don't like, my mind can't just put a picture of how many people were standing there. I know it was a bunch, but I don't know if it was as many as we just fucking saw. So, yeah, that's my thing, Simply Fresh. I don't have like just 12,000 hours in it, but god damn, if I got some money in this. Oh, it should have been a promo from Marvel Heroes before every Marvel movie in theaters, right? A free G card and each DVD release, plus proper advertising for the PC version for years. You would have thought so. And I remember, I don't know, man, was it a year ago, 2 years ago? I made an argument that now looking back at it, doesn't make as much sense because I said Marvel should do more advertising for the game. And at the time I was like, there's this big IP Marvel. And at the end of the day, Marvel gets paid for the license. So I guess it would be on Gazillion. I answered that. I'll call her back in a second. So it's on Gazillion to advertise. But yeah, I mean, they should have been doing something with all. Marvel's huge right now. What's bigger than fucking Marvel right now? As a franchise, as a series of movies, as fucking anything. Even the comics run a little bit of a resurge. Fucking Marvel's huge fucking business right now. How did this game not just fucking just make money. How could they not be making so much money at some point that they just had to say, hey, fucking stop giving us money. Fuck, slow down. Which wouldn't have actually happened, but you get what I'm saying. I should have been just backing dump trucks of fucking money into the fucking studio. It's a fucking Marvel franchise. I've been playing called Hellborn. Has been in the beta since 2015, but it's a solid game. Warframe still is Warframe still in beta? Yeah, that Firefall beta too. Of course, that was like 5 different games during the time it was in beta. So maybe you can justify that a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, Firefall was in forever beta too, but it was like they created at least 5 different games during that time period. If you're looking for a new game, try and go Warframe. Yeah, Angira's right. I've tried Warframe. I like everything I see in Warframe, but I puke my fucking guts. I'm stupid amounts susceptible to motion sickness. Like, you hear people say, "Oh, you know, I get motion sick sometimes too," and I get over it. No, I'm bad. Like, it's fucking legitimately super bad about it. Like in real life, video games, it doesn't matter. So yeah, I can't do Warframe. That would have sustained them until it was actually a good time to release a console version instead of rushing into it all cock strong when not ready. Yeah, they could have took their time with it, like you said, and still been, yeah, I mean, maybe the content would have slowed down for PC, but not just come to a complete fucking stop. 500 players average on PC for the past year. Well, no, that's just Steam charts. That's the number everybody goes there. Now, I use the standalone client myself, so there's at least another 100 people that were playing. So the number was probably at least 600. I mean, come on. But no, seriously, I do use the standalone client, and I know I'm not the only one. And it was weird. Back in the day, the Steam client, and don't ask me why, but they're different. The Steam client used to run better than the standalone for me. And I started having problems with the Steam client, and all I literally did was uninstalled it and installed the standalone client, and it started running better. I was like, what the fuck? That's why I ran the Steam client, because the damn standalone was giving me trouble, and then that swapped around, so. Star Wars would be a tie for number 2, so yeah, that's right up. GG Marvel Heroes 20,000 was the prime year. Speaking of Mario's, have you watched the show The Gifted? No, I haven't watched The Gifted at all. I ain't really been paying all that much attention. Other than much attention to teasers and stuff. I'm gonna mute my mic for just a second, just call her back and make sure she didn't like need something. She was just calling the chat. I just want to make sure she's okay.
Gotta love a dame in uniform, right?
Nope, she's good. She's almost home. She was just calling the chat while she was driving down the road. Oh, I'm busy, woman. Can't you see I'm working here? If you haven't done so, those of you hanging out, appreciate you if you would drop a follow to the channel. Marvel Heroes isn't all I do, but obviously we'll be playing a little bit here and there between now and the 31st. If you're new follower today, I certainly appreciate it. You're very awesome. And if you don't want to follow and you're just watching, thank you for that too. Shit. I knew the game was doomed when I saw devs talking about the reasoning for not putting out certain content was that players finish it too fast. Right? Like, fucking, when is that excuse to just stop doing content? Chanklin, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it, bro. Is there a way to demo original? I really shouldn't say bro when I do that. Like, I don't know for sure if you're a bro. What the fuck else am I gonna say? You're not a bro, you're still a bro. That's how we do it. there a way to demo Original Sin 2? Not that I'm aware of. That's still a fairly new game. So unless they decide to do a free weekend at some point, I don't think there's any kind of demo for that. Imagine working at McDonald's and saying, I'm not cooking any more burgers. People keep eating them too fast and order more. It never ends. Your boss will say, fuck you, and hire someone that would do your job. I know, right? That's actually a fairly fair analogy, in my opinion, too. It's fuck. Since when is people just rip through it too fast an excuse to stop doing content? Like, when the fuck did that become a legit reason not to do anything? What do you have to do in this game still? I have all heroes to Cosmic 1, and I'm not getting them all to 6. I just unlocked 2 that need to be leveled to 60. If they remove G's costs and Eternity Splinter costs, I've got 3 more to unlock and play to 60 at least. Because I was short 5 from having the whole roster. Because I wouldn't unlock anybody until I just wanted to, and so I would spend like splinters on other shit. And then just go back and in all honesty, just sort of nostalgia trip on some of my favorite guys is all I'll be. I'm not going to play like every day, all day or no shit like that, but maybe once a week for a couple hours, I'll log in until the 31st. Maybe we'll do Midtown Madnesses or something on Monday mornings or something. I don't know.
Remind me again why we work.
What fight did you go? RIP Over Heroes Omega. Oh. Welcome to the, this is a safe space. This is a space where it's okay to be sad. It's okay to admit that you spent a bunch of money or didn't. It's okay to admit that you spent a bunch of hours or didn't. All we ask is that you respect that this is a safe space and know that we are in mourning. No point in farming stuff. Just go spend my 90k Geno stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna farm. I'm just gonna play just to run through the story to level some dudes up, or just go literally just want to go on my favorite dudes and just use their abilities for a little bit. I'm not really gonna farm or look for any drops that I give a shit about. Even Monday, I was streaming Midtown Madness just sort of as my little goodbye. What I thought at the time was my little goodbye, because I expected the servers to go down at any moment. And like I wasn't even picking up the fucking the Midtown chests. Like I wasn't picking up anything, really. I was just there to play my dudes and just kill some shit with my dudes and just kind of say goodbye to each of my favorites. And that's probably what I'll mostly do. Like now, if a cosmic artifact drops on the ground, I'm gonna pick that son of a bitch up. But other than that, yeah. Oh, and they made the stuff all free yet? Not yet. They've removed the ability to buy G's. I haven't seen everything become free yet. So, but yeah, the ability to buy G's is gone, but I haven't seen a removal of costs of anything. Console player here, and I feel really bad for people that spent a lot of money. Yeah, the console players, geez, I couldn't even imagine folks who bought like all the founders packs and shit like that. Spent $30 and I feel like I got my money's worth. At least, yeah. I mean, I could see where some folks are being like, you know what, it sucks, but I at least got my money's worth. But the people who put hundreds of dollars into it, I could definitely see where they're like, dude, this shit was supposed to have been here for a fucking hot minute, not 5 months. Yeah, there were definitely people who bought every console. You're absolutely every Founders Pack, and those are the ones that I'd be. Oh my god, I'd be so livid right now. I can't even imagine. I mean, overall, I've dropped more money into the game than all those Founder Packs would cost. But I've done it over a course of years, where I've gotten like this Doom costume. Yes, I paid real money for that. Yes, it's going away, so technically that money's lost. But I've gotten hours, days worth of entertainment out of wearing the original green Doom costume. So I don't feel too sorry for myself about the money I spent, because it's been a while since I spent money in the game. So I've gotten something at least out of the money I've spent. But yeah, the console folks who just spent hundreds of dollars and maybe even have some of those heroes and shit that they haven't even got around to yet. I mean, you never fucking know. Some people like to take their time, so. No ETA on free mode as soon as possible. Yeah, that's all the official post says. Just as soon as possible. Yeah, it may never happen for fuck. Who knows? I was thinking for anyone who missed the post and you dropped this Humble Bundle link, I was like, what the fuck is that? But they still don't put speed back to where it was. They still refuse to admit that was a monster mistake. Yeah, I know, right? So I guess you lose all the G's that you have left over. Yeah, I'd be shocked if they're doing like refunds. If you can get a refund out of them, congratulations and tell everybody else how the fuck you did it. Is all I can say right now. Game will be shutting down. Yes, this game is shutting down. When game closes down 12/31/2017. We've got until then. If you want to say goodbye to anybody on your roster, it's time to start doing so. I just love. Of course, I loved the Netflix series, season 1 and 2. With this costume, this was like a day one fucking purchase for me. There was no question I was gonna buy this. So that's another one I actually paid money for. I wasn't shy about like throwing $5-10 every once in a while at this game if I just wanted something right then and not waiting for the blender to maybe spit it out or anything like that. In sales and stuff like that, I'd usually buy a thing or two during a half off sale or a BOGO sale or anything like that. So I've definitely put some money in this game. The movie costumes and shit like that, dude, I'm a sucker for those. The Netflix costumes, the movie costumes. Dude, I love that shit. Even more than the classic costumes on a lot of these guys for some reason. I don't know. I just like the updated version. Here's a guy I used to play quite a bit. I think this was my first Cosmic Trial. I can't remember. I remember struggling on it because it was super early and I didn't have like hardly any, what were they before? Infinity points, Omega points? I didn't have it hard, like 100 or some shit. So the Cosmic Trial was a bit of a pain in the ass. I didn't have any upgraded gear. It was all level 63 item level gear. I didn't have any of the recipes to upgrade anything. So I don't remember for sure that he was. I think Doom may have been my first because he just face rolled the fuck out of it. Doom didn't care. Everybody knows Doom was God tier. So he didn't give a fuck about no Cosmic Trial. Doom didn't give a fuck about nothing. If you wanted it dead, you just point the mouse cursor at it and Doom says, it is dead. So maybe Doom was the first, but I remember struggling on this guy. And it was like literally I would fail, and I would go in and I'd make adjustments, gear adjustments, swap around what few Omega points I had, and just and try different things. And then finally I got through the Cosmic Trial. So this was definitely the first guy I felt really accomplished in the Cosmic Trial. Like I said, I remember Doom was just like, dude, it was like fucking... Doom at that time probably did Cosmic Trial about as fast as I do Cosmic Trial now with all the fucking Infinity points and stuff I have. And I don't have it's not saying I'm like the top 5% of people who have Infinity points, but I have enough Infinity points now where shit like that is not a big deal on anybody. Like I can run anybody through Cosmic Trial with just basic gear. Like I don't have to gear them out because of the amount of Infinity points I have. But Doom did it just as fast back then as all my guys with Infinity points do now. Doom was fucking insanity. You can still buy G's on PS4. Yeah, somebody said earlier they were still available on the PSN. So I mean, I assume they're working. I'm assuming it's probably easier for them to turn it off here than they probably have to send requests to Sony and Microsoft to get that turned off on the console. So I'm assuming, giving them the benefit of the doubt, that's why they're not off yet there. But it's not just a switch that they can flip. They have to go through and make the request to get it done. Because if I'm not mistaken, those G purchases are actually in the PSN store, right? Like you actually go into the PSN store to make those. I think that console players may have a good argument for a class action lawsuit. They've at least got a good reason to have a conversation about it. By Jesus, the PC players, we are pretty screwed because we spent our money over a long time. Yeah, but at least we had time to get our money's worth out of it. At least most of it. I mean, you can make that argument. I guess I will make that argument. I got enjoyment out of the money I spent. I could see where some of the console players, now, unless you spent money on like past, if you dropped $200 on the game in the last 30 days, then yeah, you didn't get your money worth out of it. You didn't get your entertainment value out of it for sure. But yeah, I can see where a lot of the console folks didn't get what they thought they were signing up for when they bought all those Founders Packs for sure. I can definitely see that without a doubt. I mentioned it in one of Wilford's YouTube videos when he mentioned that the devs had gone quiet on the forum. It only meant one thing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the writing was on the wall. There's nothing. Here's my I'm sad. I really am sad, but here's my shock face that this is happening. And for anyone who may not understand sarcasm, there's no shock. There's no shock. Some of those poor bastards spend hundreds, if not $1,000 or more, for a couple months. I know that's the part that makes me the sickest, is thinking about that. Like, I couldn't imagine being one of those people. I mean, I've dropped, like I said, I've dropped overall more money than it would have cost to buy all those Founders Packs. But that's over a period of years. I've dropped a lot more money than when it cost to buy this. I'd probably spent more money on this than I would even really actually want to know. I don't know that total. I don't think I would want to know that total. Because the game's dying. I think it would just make me more sad. Until I get the angry phase. When we get to the angry phase, we're going to do this all over again. We're going to throw up a whole other stream, and I'm going to literally title it, okay, I'm in the angry phase, guys. And then we're going to come in and we're going to rant and bitch and complain and be pissed. But right now, I'm still just sad. So. You enjoying? Yeah, Deo's intro. How's the new update, Deo? Troublesome servers when they got updates that drive people back. It's probably been laggy connection issues, login issues, shit like that. I'll never be able to play Rogue or Magneto on console. Oh man, sounds like you were hoping to get your hands on those at some point. Sierra Rome rip. Yeah, unfortunately. Seen YouTubers drop like 3K on PS4. Only girl like
a little bit too much.
I don't know. I know there's some sort of purchase history on the Gazillion on the Marvel Heroes site, but I don't know if it goes all the way back to the beginning of time. I don't know necessarily. I want to pull that up. Let me turn. By the way, let me turn that off. That did not turn that off. Why did that not turn that off? Oh, there it goes. I don't know if I could look at, and I'll do this without pulling up the stream just in case there's any information there that I don't want anybody to see. If there's not any personal information on this page, I'll put the information up on the stream. If there is indeed a, now my God, the website is loading. That's the second time I went to the site today. It loads slow as fucking piss. Log in. Jeez, this website. Come on. All right, profile. PC order history. And this goes back through 2014. This ain't right though. Yeah, this isn't. Like, this has got like a bunch of free shit, but also doesn't like there's a bunch of shit. You know, like here's 250 G's for $0 special. Like, yeah, there's no fortune cards for $0. I haven't bought a ton of fortune cards. I don't like RNG boxes, but like can't pretend like I never bought any. But yeah, this doesn't include everything. Like this isn't even close to everything. Like I'm not even like trying to brag. Like, oh, I've spent so much money. I just know this ain't right. Let's see what this. Let's just see what this says. It's not going to be much. We just 20 plus 45 plus 20 plus 5 18 25 25. Yeah, that's, I mean, there's no way. $165, fuck, that's no way. This is definitely not right. Yeah, that's not right. If I've only spent $165 on this game, then I only spent $20 building my computer. I heard Xbox is refunding recent purchases. I seen somebody post that they were getting a refund from Xbox, and I assumed it was probably like within the last, I don't know, 7, 15, 30 days. There's got to be a number like that, right? Like so many days. So maybe some folks, some of the more recent folks, probably just because you're on Xbox or PlayStation, you probably got a chance at something, at getting some sort of refund. So I don't know. Here's hoping. Here's legitimately hoping. Me either. My total will be sickening, especially if you add in what Lewis spent. Yeah, right. You got 2. I don't have that second one spending money too. It's just me. Dude, the $165, dude. If that was all the money I spent in this game, I'd just log out now and wouldn't even be sad about it. Like, fuck, $165, shit. Trove update's pretty nice. At a quest to the club world, you can do other clubs. Like I said, the servers are the weakest part of Trove's set. The announcement servers close. Yep, December 31st, 2017. We got through the end of the year. If there is a crap, I think I closed mine. If anybody's got the link to the official forum post, feel free to throw it back in there. Oh, and your head just put it back up here. So at least they gave us time, I guess. There's a link to the official forum post. So we've got through the end of the year. So I mean, at some point, I'm not saying it's going to be tomorrow, tonight, or nothing like that, but between now and December 31st, and definitely towards the end when everybody's going to be playing, obviously, and saying goodbye, we're going to stream some again. Like I said, maybe at least for an hour or two once a week between now and then. I'm not going to come in here and grind out a bunch of shit, just play 20 hours a week just for nothing now that the game's shutting down. So, you know, we'll throw up some streams here and there now. I had a little bit of burnout of the game, but now knowing that it's going to be gone, we'll definitely be taking some opportunity to stream a little bit, and just play just a little bit, just enough to just have some fun and not even give a shit about doing nothing in particular, just playing our guys that we like to play. So we'll be throwing some of those streams up going forward, just to enjoy ourselves and say goodbye. And especially now that we know, right? Like Monday when I logged in and did my little goodbye stream, I didn't know. I mean, it was pretty obvious, and the reason I did the stream was because I thought, you know, this is going away at some point, and I was scared the servers were just going to disappear, and I wanted to get my time in before they just disappeared. But it's going to be different knowing now. Like maybe what we'll do is like an hour. Whenever I log into play, in an hour or two, I'll spend a lot of time on like one dude and just sort of get my feel for that guy, just sort of say goodbye to that guy. And then we'll come back, you know, a little later and throw up another stream, and we'll, you know, do the same thing whenever give them a solid 45 minutes or so to an hour, because I was just like spending 5 or 10 minutes on these dude because I didn't want to play that long. I didn't want to like feel like I was trying to grind the game out. But now knowing that it's going away, I just want to spend give each person each character I really enjoyed a solid chunk of time. So, oh, rage. What bothers me is people talk about finances, etc. Marvel did not pull the license over financial reasons or player count. They couldn't. They have just not renewed. We know why Disney pulled the license. Yes, very much so. And I've been dancing around this all day, and I'm going to continue to dance around this. But player count, amount of money being pulled in or not pulled in, console release, PC changes, BUE, player outrage against BUE, updates, lack of updates, Odinson not launching, Spider-Woman not being here, Hercules not being introduced to the game. None of those are the reason this game is dying and going away. None of those are the reason. If you want to know the reason, just Google Gazillion right now. That's all you got to do. And then lo and behold, and whether they be true or not, whether those reasons are legitimate or not, it really doesn't matter. It's a PR nightmare. Marvel Disney doesn't want anything to do with it, so they're stepping away. They're distancing themselves from a PR nightmare that they do not need. They're not going to let this little company that doesn't really make all that much money besmirch the good name of the mouse. And they have really expensive lawyers. So, but yes, Rage is 100% right. None of that has anything to do with why the game is going under right now. Maybe they would have eventually led to the same outcome by this time next year. I don't know. We can't say that for sure or not. This game has survived through some worrying times the past year, but yeah. So none of that killed this game. This game got killed by outside forces within the forces. Not completely outside, but you know, just Google Gazillion. Just Google Gazillion. That's all you got to do. And everybody's reported on it. We've talked about it on the Massive VOP podcast, allegations. But I can't, we can't say 100% certainty this is why Marvel's shutting the game down. But this is why Marvel's shutting the game. Yeah, there are documents that supposedly, but I just personally, I haven't vetted those. That is him, like the guy. So I'm just being careful with what I say. Like, fuck, they want to sue me at this point. They can just sue me, I guess. But I just don't want to flat out say, stuff that, and especially when we're talking about why Disney is pulling the license. We know why, but at the same time, we don't know why. Like, we're going to get the PR answers, and surely in a couple of months, some developer is going to come out. Somebody who worked for Gazillion is going to come out and say, yes, this is just in case you weren't aware of the obvious. This is why we lost licenses. So, guys can sell their IP to another company or even sell it to Disney. There's a guy on the forums who says that he knows a guy who knows that Disney wanted to buy it, but Gazillion refused, which that doesn't even make any sense to begin with. If Disney has the power to just pull the license, and if you're Gazillion and you know they can just pull the license, but they offer to buy it first, why would you not sell it? And B, why would Disney want to buy something? As far as the IP concerned, they own that shit. The game itself, they don't have a game studio anymore. They shut all their game studios down. They license out all of their IPs now. That's how EA became the place to go for your Star Wars games. So I don't know, that the story doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But as far as Gazillion able to sell the IP, their license probably doesn't actually work like that. Disney's a huge fucking company, and I'm sure they wouldn't just let their IP just be transferred between companies that they don't even like without having some control over that. So maybe they could say yes to a deal. But I don't think Gazillion is just free to just sell this game, IP and all, and license and all to anybody they want to. I don't think I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. I didn't fucking sign the contracts, okay? But let's be real. Disney wouldn't just allow them to just sell it off willy-nilly to whoever they wanted to. So, I don't know. I mean, there's always a chance, like at the last minute, like somebody steps in, like, and I'm gonna say these words out loud. I'm gonna fucking hate myself immediately. There's always a chance, last minute, somebody like Perfect World steps in and says, "Hey, we'll take this if you wanna." You know, however that deal works out, whether you got to work through with just Disney, with just Gazillion, or I'm sure it's not just with Gazillion, but even if you can work just with Disney, or you have to work with Gazillion and Disney, I don't know if that would ever happen. I don't know who owns what parts of the game code versus the IP. Obviously, we know who owns the IP, but I mean, there's always that off chance, right? And fucking Perfect World, I just fucking shoot myself in the head right now, because it might as well be dead at that point. But I mean, there's still, like, we can't say for certain it's not going to happen, but man, it sure sounds dead. It sure sounds dead as fuck. And Disney, their statement didn't say, you know, hey, we're ending our license agreement with Gazillion and maybe going forward. So they said shutting that shit down. Marvel Heroes Omega is shutting the fuck down, is what the statement says that they've been putting out to web developers. Yes, dear. Just hanging out. Just watching. The wifey is here. She does not film my set. It's Marvel Heroes. Is the game that's shutting down. I just told her on the phone that there was a game shutting down that I've been playing. So, fucking Marvel. We'll do another stream in a few days when I get mad, because I'm gonna get mad at some point, and then we'll do all this all over again, and rant and rave one day. So that'll be fun. I'll call you when that happens. You can hang out for that. Oh, I heard David Brevett made this game, and I was like, yeah, it does feel like Diablo 1 and 2. Yes, it very much did. Still does to an extent. Now, obviously, it's changed quite a bit since then, but yeah, I mean, it's very, you could tell his fingerprints were all fucking over it. Because they are delusional and believe that they can get more out of it. The best thing would be if Brevik stepped in and made an offer to take the shit back. I don't think he would. And here's the other thing, like Brevik's been there, done that, right? With dealing with Disney and waiting for the approval to get shit, and how much that has to bog. I mean, say what you will about Gazillion and their speed at which they produce content, but have the approval process the way it goes through Disney, and I'm sure they kick back shit on some weird fucking little nitpicky shit. You know that fucking happens. And that has to drive some of those artists and developers crazy, some of the shit that's got rejected for some stupid reason. But if you were Brevik and you've dealt with it before, wouldn't you? I think I would rather just make my own game. I mean, the Marvel IP, I didn't make millions of dollars on it the first time. Why would I want it again? And to have to deal with them again and to pay them licensing fees, which at this point surely have gone up, right? Because this game first come out, Marvel wasn't like the super mega box office powerhouse it is now. I mean, it's like fucking just, there's nothing that can touch it at this point. So the licensing fees had to have gone up. So if I was Brevik, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. But there again, I'm not Brevik, so who the fuck? I don't know what he would do, but I'd steer clear the fuck away from it. As much as I love this game, and the reason I love it is because of the Marvel IP. Like I said, they didn't just make gangbusters billions of dollars the first time he had it. Why would I want to pay to have another go at it when I can just make another game? Especially being the guy known for doing Diablo. If he was to like legitimately produce his own Diablo clone, and I think that would go a lot further with him and his own IP that he owns. That's opinion, 100% opinion, by the way. That's what this is right here. This is the guy with a mic and a camera and a game that I'm not actually playing. So this is my opinion. So we all have different opinions. You guys have different opinions. That's fine. This is a safe space. Oh, these look pretty grim for both Marvel Hero and Gaz. Yeah, it's over, boys. But with the bad publicity and excuse me, stigma behind Marvel Heroes at the moment, I'm not sure that Disney would allow you to continue. Yeah. And that's the thing too. This game, it'd be different if it was just like Gazillion wasn't all that. And don't get me wrong, Gazillion's not like EA fucking famous or nothing. But Marvel Heroes and Gazillion are synonymous. If you have the Marvel Heroes game at this point, you still have, even if you don't buy Gazillion itself, the company, you're still in some way affiliated with it. And I don't think anybody wants that right now, given the reasons why this is all happening. Disney, the mouse, obviously didn't want no fucking part of this shit. They're just shutting it the fuck down. So, I mean, there's a million reasons. I, like a lot of you, wish that it would happen, that some white knight would swoop in and save this game at the last minute. But my brain right now, at least, is coming up with a million reasons why that wouldn't happen and why I wouldn't do it. Because I've got billions of dollars, I guess, to try to buy this up. I'm gonna act like I could just cut a check for that right now. Boom. Although if it wasn't for the Marvel license IP, I guess this game would probably I could probably take out a mortgage against my house and probably buy this game. If the licensing fees weren't so damn insane. Well, the stigma is the reason I doubt any reputable dev would want anything to do with it. Shit, I'm broken. If I was offered a chance to run this shit, I'd run. Oh, man. Here, Disney is one of the hardest companies to work with when it comes to their life. I would imagine Red Ranger, which is, I mean, look, they've got the ability to just pull the license. I mean, these guys have an extended licensing agreement. They had to renew the licensing agreement to get the console launch because they had lost it because they just hadn't used it. So they had renegotiated, and that was part of why we lost the Fantastic Four and Silver Surfer in this game was the renegotiation so that they could launch console. So they had an extended license. But just like you said, Disney is going to be very strict with that license and that IP and not just let it go around willy-nilly. Obviously, they had the ability to. They didn't like something that was happening public relations-wise with this company. They had the ability to just come in, swoop in, and say, you know what? We're taking it away. We're shutting it down. Not only did they have the power to do that, apparently, and maybe this isn't how it went down, because maybe Gazillion had lawyers on their side that were saying, you know what, don't say nothing. But it seems like Disney not only had that power, but had at least some power over the company Gazillion itself to shut them the fuck up about it while this was all going down. Like I said, maybe it was Gazillion's lawyers who just said, you know what, we're talking with Disney's lawyers who are worth billions of dollars apiece. So just don't say anything. But, man, Disney, I'm not going to lie, Disney had obviously... At this point, it seems like had more power than I thought that they had when the renewal happened and all that. Like obviously, you knew they were gonna, if some PR shit went down like what did, they were gonna try to fight to take the license away. I didn't know they had. I mean, I guess it shouldn't surprise me. It's Disney, but damn, to just damn, like they fucking had some airtight shit and some $1 billion lawyers to back it the fuck up. Not just the reasons, but how negative reviews of the game is, etc. It would cost millions to change the public perception. Yeah, I mean, it goes beyond that for sure. Is it possible at all for the community to keep the game running like what somewhat happens when games shut down? I don't know. With it being a Disney-owned Marvel IP, Disney probably would come down pretty hard on like private servers, I would imagine. Like real fast and with the quickness would be my guess. They don't give a shit about our nostalgia and our love for the game itself. All they know is their IP is getting used and they're not making money off of it. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that some aren't going to go up at some point, but I bet they don't last long. I bet Disney is all over that shit. However, Disney gave the folks bringing back Pirates of the Caribbean Online back from the dead as long as they don't make $1 or even get donations. I mean, actually respect the community hardcore for coming out of their own pocket to bring a game they love back when they can't even take donations to pay server. Well, I mean, that contradicts what I just got done saying, so I don't know who knows. Disney was talking all kinds of shit on Mark Hamill too because he wasn't too happy with major changes they were making to canon lore, ethics, morality clauses, and all the contracts. Ishi, welcome to the stream. Well, this is the stream of sadness. You are in a safe space to be sad. We've been banning trolls who come in and just laugh at us for being sad that we're losing a game that at some point we enjoyed. So welcome to the safe place. I too am in the sadness phase of this process. As I've said earlier, I'm sure the angry phase will come at some point. But right now it's sadness. So, any credible news on what happened? No, I don't think like 100% certainty anybody's vetted for certain what happened. I don't know how caught up you are, Hobbit Hubby. We got an official forum post that said we've got till December 31st. That's when the game's going to shut down. So we have our speculation that we feel pretty confident in, but that's all we have right now. So I haven't heard anything, and I don't know that we're going to get a lot of PR answers for now. I'm sure at some point in the future, I bet somebody breaks ranks once it's all officially said and done and says, yes, your speculation was correct. This is exactly why. I mean, to me, it seems pretty obvious what happened, but I can't say that I know that for certain. So the topic we were dancing around is more than enough reason for them to revoke due to, yeah, exactly. Like the thing we keep dancing around is like, I mean, that's it. That's it. That's what went down. So there's no other reasonable explanation. It's like somebody said earlier, if it was a money thing or a game thing or a player number thing, they don't want it on console thing, whatever. If there were any other reasons beside the reason that we're dancing around, they just wouldn't have renewed the license. They wouldn't have given them the license for console. They wouldn't have extended. And I don't think Kazooie never flat out said they extended the PC license at the same time, did they? Like, they're obviously two separate licenses because they had to renegotiate. But part of that did affect the PC license in some form by taking away the Fantastic Four Silver Surfer. So, but yeah, if it was reasons other than the PR nightmare, they just would have not done the license deal with them. So, I mean, there's only one thing that makes sense. There really is. But Hobbit, yeah, well, I mean, Hobbit Hubby, I can't tell you for certain that's what happened. But I mean, it's
Being stuck in that silver shell.
Draw your own conclusions at this point, I guess. No, at some point in Jira, somebody will say something. But like Gazillion, like there's not going to be like an official statement from Gazillion that says Marvel shut us down because our CEO is a piece of shit. That's not happening. Disney's not going to make a statement. Yeah, we shut them motherfuckers down because their CEO is a piece of shit. Those statements are absolutely 100% not going to happen ever in the history of ever. At some point in the future, though, some dev will make a statement, and not even like a big public. I'm letting you know what happened. Like some comment in a tweet or a stream or something, and somebody will say something, and they'll just confirm yes or no. This reason. This is exactly why Disney pulled everything from us. At some point, that will happen in the future. Whether or not anybody's paying attention enough to give a shit at that point is a whole other question, but that will happen at some point. But no, big statements from like Gazillion or Disney on exactly the real reason they're getting shut down. No, you're absolutely right. That's not going to fucking happen. So, are in-game purchases still available, or is it gone 100% free? There are no G purchases on PC right now. Apparently, there still are on console at the moment. But everything in the store still has a G cost right now. So if you don't already have Gs, you're not getting anything in the store at the moment. Unless you're on console, which apparently you can still buy Gs, because I'm assuming they just, like we said earlier, they have to go through the process of sending that to Sony to get that taken down, sending that to Microsoft to get that taken down. So I'm assuming that's probably why that takes a little longer to do. We all knew it was CE Bro's fault. I don't disagree. I do not disagree. You can spend the G's you have, but you can't buy any more. No TA when all things will be free. Yeah, they haven't said that yet. They just said when it enters the sunset phase. So, I don't know. Yeah, there will absolutely be a leak. They made that statement, though. It may save their company, at least in the eyes of the fans, if they were just honest. But see, they can't just be honest. That's the problem. They released that bullshitty fucking flip-floppy PR fucking bullshit statement to Massively about all that stuff without even really addressing any of it. Obviously, all that stuff was out there. Seems obvious to me that Marvel has now fucking ruined your company because of all that. But they didn't make the right move to like part ways with that guy, to let that guy go, to put him on suspension, to do something. Fuck, apparently, if others are to be believed, they have made allegations that all those allegations were known when this guy got this position. So, like, it wasn't like a surprise to fucking anybody when all that started coming out, apparently. So, everybody fucking Doomsaw said he knew. Brevik said he knew. Brevik's wife was far less coy about what she knew. Like, I don't know that she just flat out said anything, but Brevik was very coy with the way he was saying, and obviously, as in his own words, he said anything I say can just be taken as sour grapes because of my past with the company. She did not give as many fucks about it as he did. Wouldn't it be funny if they did? Dude, I wish somebody would just flat out fucking for once just say, yeah, this is what the fuck happened. I wish fucking Disney would just say, yeah, we didn't want no fucking part of that, or that's not what it was, whatever it was. But no, that won't happen. Have Mickey deliver that news. It'll soften the blow. There you go. Mickey Mouse tells us why the game suddenly had its license pulled. Yeah, everyone's pretty tight-lipped right now. Azros won't even comment on what went down during the month of silence. You know, I did notice, and I started to bring it up on the Free-to-Play cast 2 weeks ago when we talked about Marvel Gazillion, because I was looking into stuff at that point, and I did notice that by that point, Azros had already removed all mention of Gazillion from like his Twitter and stuff. And I was gonna say something about it, but at the same time, his LinkedIn still had Gazillion stuff all over it. He was still current Gazillion. So I was like, well, maybe I'm just reading too much into that. Maybe it's just further separation of, you know, this Twitter is my fucking opinion. Stop, you know, treating it like I can't be anything except a Gazillion employee. So I didn't say anything on the show at that point, but I guess that's now looking back, I guess that is exactly what I thought it was when I initially saw it. Was he by that point when we were just starting to report on, you know, they've missed, you know, updates and 3 weeks of not saying shit. I guess those two things combined absolutely were what they looked like they were. But I didn't want to just say it was like it was, that, because like I said, you know, his Twitter could also just be it's just his personal thing. So he could have just been like, fuck it, I want this to be me and stop being about I'm a Gazillion dev. Because I could see that would probably be me if I was a developer. I don't know that I would necessarily have that shit all over my Twitter like that. That's how you get death threats and shit. Although apparently that EA developer who said he got death threats, apparently all that was fake. The big one. Now I'm sure developers get death threats, don't fucking get me wrong, but the big one that made all the news, apparently that was fake as shit. So, the messed up thing was that community mods have been saying all is well for the past year. I know, right? The company is, what was God, I can't remember the exact quote. I'm not going to be bothered to go look it up. You can't arse me to go look it up, but company is running as normally. It's something is almost exactly what they said at some point in that statement. Everything's fine here. Company is running as normal. No, it fucking was not. There are all kinds of legal reasons they can't be openly honest over something like allegations are involved. Yeah, no. Love Brevik's wife. That stream was hilarious. Yeah, she's fucking awesome. Like I remember when I first found their stream. Like I went because it was, you know, it was David Brevik, right? Like that's why you initially showed up at that stream. It's the guy who at the time was still running the company, you know, playing the game with his wife. Then you get there and you realize the stream's all fucking about her, and that's the reason you kept coming back was for her. Showed up for him, kept coming back because she was entertaining as fuck. Called it live several times. Damn it. I don't know. Fuck. Now I've spent hours now sitting here doing nothing but talking, staring at this game screen, and I've still got all this work to do on this first look that I'm supposed to have out. By tonight in the morning. Unfortunate. You guys have been amazing though. Thank you for showing up for this. It wouldn't have been the same sitting here by just kind of talking to myself in the stream. So thank you guys for showing up and helping me sort through my grief. Hopefully we've all given back to you and helped you sort through your grief at this this time. My condolences at this time of extreme trauma and unfortunateness. Fortunateness, that's not a fucking word. Unfortunately, we are losing a game that I have poured my heart and soul into at least at some point. I'm just gonna sit here and stare at it. And I'm just gonna go back to. We can go to. It's been a while since I pulled my thing out on stream, so I'll just.
Santa Claus?
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I've officially banned me Twitch. I've pulled my thing out on stream. Yeah, no shit. Late work night. Jesus fuck, dude. I still gotta do a playthrough where I don't just fucking get wrecked before I can even start VO. But yeah, like this is just this is unfortunate. We're gonna lose it, and it's not gonna. It feels more real now than it did Monday when I was sort of saying goodbye, but I didn't know for sure. But at the same time, it's not really gonna sink in until December 31st. That's when it's really gonna be hard, and maybe it's December 31st before I get really mad about it. If that's the case, fucking January 1st, I tell you right now, we'll be fucking having a rant stream. Well, fucking whatever. It doesn't matter what time, when it is that I reach the next stage of my grief. We'll definitely come back and do something to help me cope with that stage of my grief, because I don't want to do this alone. I need you guys. Don't forget to show Bob how big it is. You always got to whip it out and show Bob how big it is. That is a thing that happens. All right, folks. Once again, if you thank you for stopping by and watching. If you haven't followed the stream, I'd appreciate it if you have. If you have followed the stream today, quite a few new followers today. I certainly appreciate it. If you're just watching and don't want to follow, that's okay. Thanks for stopping by. Hobbit Hubby, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You guys have been awesome today. Yeah, I feel bad for the Spider-Woman fans. We'll be throwing up some Marvel Hero streams between now and December 31st. Follow the channel and get your notifications. Twitter, everything's Noob Fridge. Facebook Noob Fridge. Twitter Noob Fridge. Twitch Noob Fridge. YouTube Noob Fridge. Apocalypse. Since they had Apocalypse, I haven't done a lot on YouTube. It's mostly been here. But you know, we're going to be doing some Marvel Heroes. We're going to be saying our goodbyes. We've got until December 31st. Hopefully it lasts that long. But yeah, just keep an eye out. Not tomorrow. I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. But starting next week, here and there, we'll start amongst our streaming schedule that we do every day. We'll start throwing up some Marvel Heroes and just start saying our goodbyes and just slowly take our time doing it. So come back by and check that out. You know what pisses me off the most? I never got Howard the Duck as a fucking right, dude. Fucking right. That's the team up is not enough. Gazillion, you let us down. We didn't get fucking playable Howard the Duck. Ooh. Let's see, is anybody else? Am I the only dumbass streaming this game at this point? Not that I'm actually streaming the game. I'm streaming a screen that never moves, that looks like it could be the game, and then just talking endlessly about the game. I don't know these folks, so I don't want to just throw you to somebody who sucks. But yeah, we'll be back. Appreciate it, guys. And I'm going to go grab some dinner and do some work that I've now put off for fucking 3 or 4 hours, however long we've been doing this now. Does OBS tell me how long I've been streaming? Long ass fucking time. 3 hours and 26 minutes. I could have had that first look done by now. Appreciate it, guys. Be sure to stop back by. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much. And we'll see you. Come check out my other games too. I play other stuff besides Marvel Heroes. But yeah, definitely Marvel Heroes. And my screensaver's gone. I mean, if I can imagine that. There you go. Pro damn professional, boys and girls.